ay, ay, ay. I am the Frito Bandito. Ay, ay, ay. All right, come in. Who is it? Hello. Here we fucking go. There we go.
Durga Allah, Muhammad Jihad. Bagala, Muhammad Jihad. Bagala, Muhammad Jihad, Allah, Durga, Muhammad Jihad, Muhammad Jihad.
Oh, shit. Come on, Gary. Act. You have the power.
Bak, Dirk Allah. Durga, Muhammad Jihad. Haka Sherpa, Bagala. Oh, Durga.
Why is everyone so fucking stupid? Why aren't more people intelligent, like me? I'm so lonely, so lonely, so lonely and sadly alone. There's no one, just me only, sitting on my little throne. I work very hard and make up great plans, but nobody listens, no one understands. Seems like no one takes me seriously, and so I'm lonely, a little lonely. Pour it on me.
Oh, this coffee smells like shit.
Grant any last wishes? I was referring to you.
Not that the chains aren't a hot look, but no. I'm not gonna straddle you in front of all these guys.
What if I killed all of them first?
I'm just taking over where God left off.
If you really believe that,
What if I killed
then you should clone yourself.
So I can understand your unique perspective.
No, so you can go fuck yourself.
Dr. Evil! I'll kill him! Gotcha!
Ow! You shot me, you a-hole!
The hell is this? Tastes like Gatorade.
Is that Brondo stuff?
They're watering crops with a sports drink?
Rondo the Thirst Mutilator had come to replace water virtually everywhere. Water, the basic component of all life, had been deemed a threat to Brondo's profit margin. The solution came during the budget crisis of 2330, when the Brondo Corporation simply bought the FDA and the FCC, enabling them to say, do, and sell anything they wanted. Joe didn't know any of this, but he did see a problem that he might actually be able to solve. With his options running out, Joe took a bold step. He would not get out of the way. This time, he would lead.
For the last time, I'm pretty sure what's killing the crops is this Brondo stuff.
But Brondo's got what plants crave. It's got electrolytes.
So wait a minute. What you're saying is that you want us to put water on the crops?
Yes.
Water. Like out the toilet?
I don't know if you guys know it, but you're out of toilet paper.
I am the great Cornholio. Keepy? Hey, for my bunghole? Keepy for my bunghole.
That's great.
I need TV for my bunghole. I need TV for my bunghole. TV for my bunghole? I need TV for my bunghole. TV for my bunghole? I must get TV for my bunghole. TV for my bunghole? Yeah. TV for my bunghole. Yeah, pretty good. I need TV for my bunghole. TV! You must give me your TV. I need TV for my bunghole. You will give me TV. Give me your TV. You will give me TV. Are you threatening me? 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 I need Roleos for my bunghole. I need Roleos for my bunghole. Do you have any oleo? Do you have any oleo? Roleo. Roleos for my bunghole. I need oleo for my bunghole. I have a portfolio in my bunghole with my oleo. Roleo for my bunghole. The almighty bunghole. Almighty bunghole. The almighty bunghole. You cannot escape the almighty bunghole. Run as you may. You cannot escape. Bungholio. 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 I have no bunghole. I am the great Cornholio. Keepy?
City took my job, just a face within the mob, so I had to get away. I was angry at myself, put my own life on the shelf, making pennies every day. Yeah, but I'm through doing time, pushing rocks all through a mine. And if the bad times ain't over for me, I might as well be free. I might as well be free. Spending weekends at the mall, ain't any life at all, but we did the best we could. I must symptom other times, now my face between the lines, when it ever did any good. Yeah, but I'm through doing time, and I've committed no crime. If the bad times ain't over for me, I might as well be free. I might as well be free. Yeah, back on my feet, reached and ready for the streets. I'm not wandering anymore. I got leather on my heels, I got rubber on my wheels, I got a Magnum 44. Yeah, but I'm through doing time with my ass out on the line. And if the bad times ain't over for me, I might as well be free. I might as well be free. Yeah, I might as well be.
Welcome to another exciting episode, hopefully, of the evening edition of the original Red Pill Show, comrade. Today is Wednesday, right? Is it Wednesday? I can't keep track of the days anymore. I think it's hump day, April 29th, 2020. This show is for entertainment and educational purposes only. Please use it at your own risk. This show is copyrighted by me and Freedom Revolution Network. No part of it can be reused, rebroadcasted in any way, shape, or form without my written consent or Freedom Revolution consent. Finally, this show is opinionated. That's why we do it. The hosts, especially callers, co-host Melissa, people that are naughty in the chat room, are and always will be opinionated under no circumstances whatsoever. Should opinions be taken as advice, if you're seeking professional advice, we strongly encourage you to hire a license if required person in his or her field there, little Tommy. Hey, man, my shit don't work. No, that's his name. Holy shit, that's a big cat. Broadcasting live from the wonderful town, Ghost Town of Loveland, Colorado, where we're all just withering away to nothing. Mr. Wizard, please get me out of here now. I want out of this dream. Or is a dream a reality? Who would know? Not me. So what's going on?
Evening.
Hello, this is weird. That's a big fucking cat.
That's my Cheshire cat for tonight.
So how's it going? How does it feel being on in the evening and not at the wee crack hours of dawn?
I will tell you, the last few mornings of just waking up on my own have been awesome.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it was weird this morning not doing it, or even past 2 mornings, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of weird. I walked by the computer and I'm like, oh, I got to get on, and like, nope, not today.
Yeah, I find that I feel a lot better whenever I wake up naturally versus to an alarm clock.
Must be nice.
It is.
You do that anyway, even when we have show scheduled.
No.
Yes, you did it once. You did it once. You're never going to hear the end of it. Oh, well, shit happens. So, should we say hello to everybody in the naughty chat rooms?
Hello, hello, hello. We have...
Well, go ahead.
Let's see. We have TLO. We have Bill. We have Mean Gene, Lisa K, Matt, and I think that's it so far. That are actually chatting anyway.
Mm-hmm. And on Facebook, is there anybody?
Nobody has popped in yet.
What?
Doesn't mean they're not listening.
What?
We have a lot of listeners on Facebook. They just don't chit chat.
Someone's watching. I see a little eye with one person.
The all-seeing eye.
Uh-huh. Nope, now there's 2. But they're being afraid. They're being chicken shits.
There's Sheila. Shalia. Is it? Okay, that says Shalia, not Sheila. Sorry.
On YouTube or on Facebook?
Facebook.
Maybe that's her then. Yeah, so there's 2 watching. I don't really care. I don't care. What
I don't think that thing is accurate anyway, because whenever we get done with the shows and I go check stats, it's never 2 or 3. So.
Yeah, it's weird. Oh, I don't really care. As long as we're making one person's night, I don't really give a shit.
Right.
And that's mine. I'm making my night. I don't really care about. Whoops. I'm eating nuts. Believe it or not.
Bill says he likes evening better than mornings. I agree, Bill.
I think that's going to be the general consensus, and I'm in that pool too. So, yeah, I'm eating, trying to eat less meat because number one, I'm getting fat, and number two, it's going through the roof in price.
Yeah.
Which I don't think is going to stop. But I keep seeing, poking my head into Facebook and YouTube, and
there's all kinds of alternate forms of protein.
Yeah, well, I got to find out what they are because I really do want to get off. Not get off of it. I don't know if I ever can not eat meat because I always can take a fillet on the grill. I mean, I don't think it's that's ever going to change if it doesn't cost $50. But yeah, I want to start working on that. Kind of dark. How can it be dark in here when it's freaking? Your face looks dark on Zoom. It's weird.
You're weird.
Yes, I know. That's why I do the show, and so are you. So there you go. That's why we all just get along. One big happy, fucked up family here. All right, so
so how's work been going?
I'm running 1 or 2 calls a day. I'm working like 5 hours a day.
That's better than nothing.
Yeah, but it drives me crazy because I come here and then, with all the lockdown stuff, I can't really do it. Oh my God! So I went into Home Depot yesterday, and I haven't been in there since all this stuff has started. And I don't know about you or anybody else, but every time I've gone into Home Depot, you can't find help.
No.
Nowhere. And they always put the shit in the wrong... I'm going to go on a rant right away. They always put the shit in the wrong fucking places. And I'm like, where is everything? I need help. And you finally do find somebody, and they help you. Now you go in there, and there's plenty of people. And there's a guy directing the cash registers, and then before too, when you checked out before all this stuff happened, you couldn't find a cashier, and they went all to self checkouts. Now there's like 10 people up front directing you and telling you what to do, and you got to stand in line, and it's all roped off, and it's like you're cattle or a cow. Do we have a cow? Yeah. And just sit there and do what they tell you to do. And it's a joke. It took me 5 minutes to find what I was looking for, which was just a tool, and 15 minutes to check out of that place.
Wow.
Then I had a friend, she called me because her husband's high risk. He has some health concerns and he doesn't want to go out, but she don't want to go shopping by herself. So she goes, will you go with me to Sam's Club and King Soopers? And I'm like, yeah, sure. So I took her to Sam's, and then we went to King Soopers, and they won't let you in the store. Again, having somebody standing outside in those stupid 6-foot safe distancing things, and they're like regulating how many people they let in the store.
I think they are doing that here because I do see like the setup for it, and like I see people with little counters, but I haven't gotten caught in any of the lines like that.
Well, I don't like it. I'm just saying, I don't like it. It's a pain in the ass to go out as it is, and I feel like I'm kindergarten again, standing in single file line, and if you get out of line, you're in trouble. Yeah, but I got a PE teacher. I don't care. Shut up, Tim. What? And that's what it feels like. I feel like I'm being treated like a child. I get it all. I don't want to get into...
It's definitely not like that out here.
Oh, it's getting like that every day that passes more out here. Then I just saw Costco won't let you in without a mask. So, you ever think there'd be a day when they wouldn't let you in a store or business without a mask?
Well, I mean, if you think about like back in the 70s and how bad the pollution was, I could see it back then.
Yeah, but I'm saying that when I wear my full face helmet in and don't take it off, I get weird looks. Like I'm going to rob the place. And then if I wear my long coat, my riding coat, my like horse coat, my rider, oh my God, they think I got a 12 gauge underneath it. And it's just
Well, yeah, I mean, it definitely, I guess I could put it as certain races and certain general looks would kind of wonder, okay, is this person like actually just here to shop or
text message.
Yeah.
It's just weird. It's like you can't come in a place of business to cover your face because I don't know who the fuck you are and you might rob me. To you can't come in here without a mask. It's just it's 180.
It's very odd. Yeah.
Weird. Very weird. All right, you put the call-in number in, right? I think you did, or did you?
I know I did on Facebook, and there it is on YouTube.
Where? Did I miss it?
I don't know. Did you?
Yeah, because I don't see it.
It's coming. It's coming.
Oh, you're sending it now?
No, it's already there. I'm looking at it.
Huh. Oh, there it is at the bottom. Okay. So if you would like to call in and chat about whatever, I hate it when it asks me what I'm going to talk about. I just like it. 669-900-6833 or 929-205-6099, and then you type 238-494-3128. And that's it. And then the chat room seems to be going some direction already.
As always.
Listening to the show. We got TLO in here. He's like, he was in the mornings a lot, but now he's in the afternoon. Didn't you say he wasn't a morning person, or can't remember? Maybe he didn't say anything. No.
Not about TLO.
I think it was just about somebody else.
And there's Pam.
There's Pam. She made it before the show ended. Thank you. So we have 3 margaritas. Wouldn't that be nice? 3 margaritas. You want one?
I'll take a margarita. I like margaritas.
I do too. I actually was going to bring this up to you. You see what this is?
Hey, I see that little symbol in the corner.
What?
I see the little symbol in the corner.
Symbol? What a symbol?
Turn it around and look at the diamond.
What diamond? Oh. Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah, so I bought this weeks ago. It's an edible, so people can't see. I had a hell of a time. But there's one little cheese ball in here, cheesecake ball.
Uh-huh.
It's cheesecake flavored.
Yummy.
Yeah, I know, but I don't want to eat the whole thing because I don't want to, like, go to the moon.
How many milligrams is it?
I don't know. Where does it say that?
Somewhere on the package.
Up top maybe? No. I don't know. That's it.
Well, just take a little bit off of it and then wait for about 20-30 minutes. If it didn't kick in, take a little more.
So, like, bite half of it or something? Yeah. Or these things, I heard edibles hit you different than smoking.
They do. They are definitely more of a body high. They really relax. Yeah, they relax your body.
Body high. Okay. I'm going to take a picture of this because I can't see shit. Oh, wait a minute. There it is right there. Like 10 milligrams? Is that right?
Oh, yeah. You'll be fine.
Let me see.
I would say just because I know you're a lightweight, eat half of it, and if you still feel like you could use a little more, then eat the other half after about 20-30 minutes.
Okay. How did I open this?
That's funny, Bill.
What's he saying?
He said he likes my cat, and that his ex-wife used to smile at him like that. That would be kind of scary.
Yeah. My ex-wife smiled like you. I think, okay, what'd you
Hi,
do?
Bonnie.
How long do I have to live? I'm gonna try some of it. What the fuck is in the middle? It's like green.
I don't know.
That's
why I make my own.
No, I don't make my own. Well,
I can make you some.
We'll see what happens.
I can make you some good yummies.
Here. Far out, man. It's party time. It's Wednesday. To me, day ends in a Y, though. It's getting ridiculous.
Oh, I have not been able to keep track of my days anymore.
I thought it was Tuesday, and I really had to think about it. And it's not. It's Wednesday.
Yeah, it's Wednesday, or else we wouldn't be here.
Yeah, I know. It's good for muscle pain. You feel it in your gut first. Really? Is that true?
I don't.
That's what TLO's saying.
Yeah, Bonnie. Guess what? Tim ate the cake.
Yeah, you might have to take over the show. Note said, "Eat me" on the table next to the cake. What is she talking about?
Alice in Wonderland.
Oh, yeah. The cake that makes her. Never mind. I want to watch that again because I think there's things that I missed. And
oh, I guarantee it.
Yeah, it's got to be. I got to see it like I've seen Star Wars like 100 times or.
I've seen it at least that.
Yeah, I got to see it. I got to see it that much to know what you guys are talking about.
And you got to watch the other versions too.
Well, I saw the Looking Glass, but then I didn't see the Dark Evil Alice yet.
No, that's because that's a game. That's McGee's Alice. It's a game.
Oh, it's a game. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, because I've been going through TV like everybody, and everybody's like, I can't watch any more of anything. I'm sick of it. But I keep watching Doctor Strange, and then there's a Facebook group, Doctor Strange.
Uh-huh.
And everybody's kind of like saying that he's going to be, they're not exactly saying he's going to be the next Iron Man or Iron Man, but they're kind of leaning in that direction.
I wonder if he really has that big of a following.
I don't think he does, but I think he will. I think the potential's there because I think people blew over Doctor Strange because number one, I never even knew.
I freaking love Doctor Strange.
I never knew who the fuck who he was until the movie came out, and I'm like, wow. I mean, that's probably my favorite Marvel movie, believe it or not.
It's really good.
Yeah, I don't mind watching it. I watch it right after the car wreck because he's such an asshole until he gets in the car wreck, you know? And then,
right.
And then he goes over to Kathmandu or whatever and blah, 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 blah. And, you know, he's still an asshole, but so much so that she throws him out of the school, you know, or whatever. And then it just gets really good from there. It's a really good movie. Really, really a lot of lessons in that movie.
Okay, so we need to give Bill homework.
Why?
He needs to watch Alice in Wonderland. It's on his bucket list of things to watch.
Oh, man, get prepared, but watch the Johnny Depp one because, I mean, you're the expert at this, so I don't know. What do you think?
I say watch it anytime you have the opportunity.
No, but that one. Which version?
Well, I mean, I do like the Tim Burton version.
Yeah, I think it's awesome.
Because I mean, all those stories were actually a lot darker than what they were portrayed by Disney.
Mm-hmm.
So I tend to go for the darker versions.
So you recommend the Tim Burton?
Yeah, I definitely recommend the Tim Burton ones.
Okay.
I recommend watching as many different versions as you can because they all have a little bit of a different take. But ultimately the stories are the same, and I think the Tim Burton one makes you think a lot more.
So they all the different versions have a different vibe?
Yeah.
Yeah. That makes sense. All right. I'm just going through Drudge Report here. There's nothing good. There's never any good news anymore.
You know, I have finally gotten out of my news OCD, and I feel so much better.
Yeah, I bet. And I don't want to drag us back into this. Did you see the Facebook thing when Elon Musk satellites were flying over people and they're like, what the fuck is that? Did you see that?
I know I saw something about it, but I didn't really look that far into it because it looked like it was just kind of BS stuff. What happened?
Well, this girl back in Illinois that I know, she's laying outside during the day, probably suntanning, and she's like, I've never seen 3 or 4 or 5 stars in a row going in. And I don't know if they were moving or not, but I think they were. And then at nighttime, everybody was posting it, and it was Elon Musk's satellites in orbit, in low orbit, flying around the Earth, and people had no idea what the hell they were. Yeah, it was pretty cool.
I have seen all the stuff coming out about the Pentagon declassifying all the alien stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, everybody's like, why are they doing it all of a sudden? But that part, I'm kind of curious.
That's because it's the end of the world. It's a total lockdown, and there's an asteroid headed our way, too. So, I mean, what the fuck? Why not? Let it all out.
Well, I got to thinking about something kind of odd.
Uh-oh. Get ready. Time to go down the rabbit hole again.
Do I prelim those like that?
No, I will, though. I can tell where it's headed. So go ahead.
It's not as bad as you think this time, though.
Time to go.
It's really not as bad as you think.
The rabbit hole. You stupid girl. Okay, let's go. Let's go on the rabbit hole. Let's go. Hang on, kids.
Star Trek.
And
the
I'm
original Star Trek.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. When you look at the original Star Trek and all the future ones for that matter, we were under a one world order.
Okay.
And right now, obviously, there's the conspiracy theories, which who knows if they're true or not. We won't know until this is over with. About the fact that, the New World Order and all that stuff, one world economy and all of that.
Mm-hmm.
Now, here's an interesting thing. We, as countries, fight constantly.
No. What?
And I'm not saying, okay, do not take this as me being like for a one world government. This is just me letting my mind wander.
It's the New World Order. What are you talking about? Yes, I like it. Go ahead. Please. Go ahead and talk.
But if you think about it, if it was one world government, the fighting wouldn't cease. It wouldn't stop. But it would definitely go down. And then once the major violence slows down, maybe then the aliens would be willing to quit looking at us as the Florida-Bama of the universe.
The stepchildren? The stepchildren of the universe? Is that why you think the aliens are, because we're being naughty, so they're watching us? Or what?
I think they've been watching us for years, but
I do too.
But I think that they look at us and they're just like, okay, either you guys are going to figure it out or you're going to kill yourselves off, one of the two. We'll wait and see what happens.
There was something years ago where I can't exactly remember. We were going to launch a nuclear missile, or we had all these missiles and a flying saucer flew over them while they were in their silos, and it deactivated the warheads on all of the missiles.
Huh.
Yeah.
Hi, Kathy.
Yeah, I think they're letting us go to the point of total annihilation, and they're going to come in and, of course, they're all flying from the moon, because I think the moon. You want to really go down a fucking rabbit hole? I think the moon's a space station. That's what I think.
Okay.
Yeah. Do you?
No. But I think that there are some out there.
So you don't think the moon's a space station? Not at all. Not even close.
I would say there would be like a very, very slight possibility, but no, in general, I think it's a big rock.
A rock made out of metal.
Well, I think it's a rock made out of rock.
It's no moon. That's a space station. That's what it is. And I'll tell you what.
It's the Death Star watching us.
That's true. It's made out of cheese. What the fuck is wrong with me? I forgot that. It's green cheese, right? Although white or silver. Maybe the backside's made out of green cheese. You're starting to make me think I'm going to have to eat the rest of this edible.
We're just going to put Tim down a really good rabbit hole tonight.
Really, really go down the rabbit hole. Somebody's put me a comment. La, la, la. I am so fucking bored.
I'm sorry.
It's not your fault.
I'm trying to entertain you.
I know, I'm trying to entertain myself too.
Are you playing with yourself?
I'm not wearing any
Sorry.
pants while I'm doing the show, so you caught me.
You know, that used to be a really big thing back in the day, was pajama seminars or webinars.
Yeah.
Teleconferences and stuff. Everybody would get up at like 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning and get on a webinar or a seminar.
And wearing their pajamas or God knows what with the
Yep.
camera didn't see. Yeah. Yeah, I would feel weird doing that. What? Is the varmint's gonna attack again?
I think Steven is actually making us some elk burgers.
Oh yeah, you were talking about those the other day.
Yeah, tonight's night. But I think he's playing with the dogs.
Do you put cheese on them and all that, like a hamburger, or
Cheddar? Yeah, I do.
So it's just like a hamburger. Then.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to.
But it's elk meat.
I'm gonna have to break down.
There goes Sherman's ears.
Sherman or Sherman?
Sherman apparently heard Buddy Dog.
Yeah. Hey, Sherman. Sherman, what's up? You wanna go outside? You wanna go outside? You want a treat?
Bonnie is gonna hunt you down.
I'm not listening no more.
Whoops, sorry, I didn't mean to call her cow. Wow, this thing does not want to work. I need an iPad, Mel. There goes
Sorry.
No, it's all right. What you say? Well, let's see.
They're asking you if you have pants.
Do you really? All right, place your bets. Do you really want to see?
I think he's got pants on.
Really?
Or at least shorts.
Oh, wow.
It's kind of warm today.
You're good. Yeah, you're good. So my boxing teacher, I told her I'm not doing a show in the morning. She goes, "Oh, good. Then you can get up at 4:30 and come to the gym at 5." I'm like, yeah, sure, right. Yeah, I'll be right on that. So I got to get up earlier to do that than this. Who is bored? I am bored out of my mind.
See, and I've got so much. I just want to freaking stop and do nothing.
Good as a dip on toasted French roll. What's that? What's she talking about?
I don't know, but that sounds yummy.
Are you talking about elk burgers? So when does this shit kick in?
About 20, 30 minutes.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Tim's gonna get all relaxed on us.
You know how many people have tried to get me to take this stuff? Like, ever since I moved here? You know, when my son is in town, we went to the dispensary in Fort Collins, and he went his way, and I went my way. Did you just light a lighter?
Yeah.
I heard it. And I said, well, I just want to, I said, I'm like a virgin at this crap, or rookie or whatever. I go, just give me something, you know, that ain't going to freak me out. Gave me this key lime pie 10 milligram ball. It's like a cheese ball. Can you mute your mic?
Just for a moment, because I coughed.
Oh, good for you.
I try to mute it when I cough.
I'm trying a little bit more.
Yeah, you should. Honestly, you should be fine on 10 milligrams.
You think?
You might get giggly and goofy.
Gonna find out, man. Here we go.
Oh, we're doing horrible things on our evening shows, aren't we?
We can talk about earthquakes and volcanoes and crap if you want. I'm not trying to be an asshole. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Since when?
Since 20 minutes ago. Hi, Kathy. You're from the Springs? Really? There's a bunch of flying saucers around there, isn't there? I would think.
Not too far.
Actually, that's where Tesla did his testing at. Nikola Tesla. A lot of people don't know that. I planted squash and beans today and weeded, cleaned the house, and made dog biscuits. Again, are you sharing? I bet you that dog eats better than people do.
Oh, I'm sure he does.
And my wife never made me fucking biscuits. Really? Do I got to be I want to come back as a dog. Here we go. I think it's kicking in. Start talking about reincarnation. Tim's voice sounds lower. That's because I'm fucking awake. Sorry. And like a zombie in the morning. I'm like, he eats better than I do. That would not surprise me.
Yeah.
I went for it all, man. I ate it all. Doggone, man, I'm screwed. My voice is lower? I haven't touched anything.
Gene is asking what you took.
Some lemon drops? Lemon heads? I don't know. Should I wear the glasses now? It's kicking in. Here we go. Time to go down the rabbit hole. I'm a meonistic ass mother. What am I?
Misogynistic asshole.
Do I like a Chinaman wearing these? Oh, how about we have fried kitty for you?
Those are a little wide for...
Oh, hello. Not Kim Jong-un, of course. I guess he's brain dead.
Is he alive or dead?
You know what? I think it's all a bunch of crap. It's a bunch of crap. No, not gummies. A cheesecake ball. A key lime cheesecake ball. Which I was going to say for the weekend, but I feel weird. Well, the day ends in a Y, and I feel weird, like partying by myself, or you know what I mean? I mean, like drinking alone. I just never got into that, and this kind of reminds me of that. But
to an extent, it's a little different,
right? It's a more of a individualized high. Of course, you could smoke pot and whatever with friends, but it's more of a personal thing, isn't it?
It really is.
Yeah.
Well, and because my okay, this is not fact. This is my personal opinion. I will state that first. Mm-hmm. But in my opinion, most people who smoke weed, use edibles, however they use it, vape it, most of them are self-medicating for something. Because we have gone so long with our endocannabinoid system not being activated properly.
Yeah, because we don't take anything to do that.
Exactly.
Right.
And so even microdosing will activate that system, and in general, you start feeling healthier.
Yeah, when I was doing we still have to have that discussion on that, by the way. Right. When I was looking into this, and Joe Rogan smokes pot, and he was talking about this stuff, and we have a system that we don't, that's proven. Is it in our brains or our body, or?
We have an endocannabinoid system in our brain.
In our brain.
We have receptors for THC.
You have to take the THC so you get the cannabinoid. What do you call them? Cannabinoid receptors?
Yes.
Activated, or otherwise they won't work, right?
Right. The whole system is called the endocannabinoid. Cannabinoid, however it's pronounced.
Interesting. Yeah, I want to do some more research on that stuff because, I don't know. This is definitely doing something to me.
Well, I mean, I used to take 16 to 20 pills a day, and they were some hardcore pills.
Oh, geez. Yeah, no thanks.
Yeah, that's what I said. I was like, let me smoke my weed. I was better before you put me on all the pills. And the last entry on my paperwork from the early 2000s, back in 2003, the last entry is trying MMJ.
Will this help with anxiety?
Yes, depending on the strains.
Strains. Oh, I don't know what's in here though.
Yeah.
I don't know what strain it is. It's cheesecake strain. Key lime gourmet truffle. I have no idea. I don't know. I mean, I didn't plan on it. I just grabbed it and want to talk about it, but why not? Take it and see what happens. I think this was like $10 or some shit. I don't know. I can't remember.
10 milligrams usually are like $10-15.
Yeah, I think that's
something like that.
I think that's what I paid. So I was just scared to death. I've had it for 2 or 3 weeks. I was scared to death to take it. I'm like, why not?
Oh yeah, no, that low of a milligram level. Now, if you went and ate a 100 milligram candy bar, I'd worry about you thinking that you were ODing, even though you can't.
I bought some that day. I bought some pot, a CBD soda, and this thing. And the guy's like, "Don't take all the shit at once." And I'm like, "No, okay, I didn't plan on it, but okay." Because I made it perfectly clear. And I said, "How does this make you feel?" And he says, "Well, it's different than smoking," but he didn't answer the question.
Well, it's very hard to describe, and every person will experience it probably a little differently, depending on how your body reacts to it. So,
well, this is the first. Am I the first to take an edible on Freedom Revolution Network?
Yes, you are.
All right,
most definitely.
It's the first for the network in the show.
See, I'll have to make you some little microdose candies.
It's going to be mandatory for the evening show now. Can't do that in the morning. That would be, that'd be inappropriate. But
okay.
Afternoon's perfectly fine. Or evening. How's that sound?
It works for me.
To rationalize our marijuana use or whatever it is.
Mine's rationalized by my medical records.
There you go. It's a medical requirement for you. It's medicine for you.
Yeah, it literally is.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, I was on a muscle relaxer, major painkillers, a tricyclic antidepressant to help me sleep, and another antidepressant just to help adjust the various chemicals.
Okay.
So yes, 16 to 20 pills a day to none.
Do you really think here's more rabbit hole crap? Do you really think our government has had a vaccine shot to protect them from all this crap?
Boy, you do want to send me down one, don't you? And you want me to take you with me. That's the scary part.
I already got you beat, sweetheart. I'm taking this shit, so I'm leading the way down this one.
That's my state every day.
Yeah, I don't. Only because that mic thing, that open mic, and they didn't know the mic was on. And
yeah, and like I said, I mean, that's one of those ones I kind of go back and forth on. Now, here's another noodle twister. Is the CARES Act was introduced in January of 2019.
Okay.
The CARES Act,
what
we're all benefiting from right now.
Is it Obamacare? What are you talking about?
No, the CARES Act is what was just passed.
Oh.
To give us our stimulus and the up in the unemployment and all that stuff.
Okay. It was passed in 2019?
It was introduced in 2019. At the beginning of 2019.
Oh, boy.
Scarlett posted something about it. I was like, dude, I want to see something. I want to see where this info came from. And I went ahead and did a search, and the first thing that popped up was the Congress site.
And
I posted the link to it. I was like, I retract that comment. Here's the link.
What's happening, man? I don't like this.
Well, see, there's one of the various conspiracy theories is that the U.S. was working on it at that, what's the name of that damn base? We have a base that we do biological warfare testing or biological testing.
Yeah, Fort Detrick or something like
Yeah,
that.
that one.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so according to this theory, they were working on it there. They had a small leak, which if you think back to all the vape issues, what was happening to those people?
Yeah, they couldn't breathe and they were, yeah.
And so the theory is that it leaked, and yes, some civilians got sick, but more importantly, military got sick.
Yeah.
And then shortly after that was the military games where? In China.
Military games? Oh, war practice game?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And we were there for that right before it exploded.
Well, plus all the kids from Asia went back home for Christmas, so that helped too. That's what I put when I put two and two together. I go, these kids are going to bring this shit back and we're fucked.
Well, yeah. But like I said, that's one of those theories that's out there that I don't really talk a whole lot about because of the fact that it implicates the U.S.
Oh, shame on you.
But who's to say we didn't do that?
Well, no.
Maybe we did.
Well, nobody. It wouldn't be the first time we did.
And especially with the CARES Act being freaking introduced in January of 2019, why did we need the CARES Act back then?
Yeah. Huh.
Yeah. Interesting, huh?
Very interesting. You're bringing me down the rabbit hole some more. Taken. Well.
But yeah, look up those different instances. And the timeline fits up like perfect.
The Illuminati always tells you what they're going to do, and they do it. And they say, why are you surprised? I actually heard that, believe it or not. It's like, I don't know why you're surprised. We tell you what we're going to do.
Well, and that's the thing is, I mean...
Okay.
And okay, so the whole Illuminati thing.
Uh-oh.
Here we go again.
Deeper.
That's what she said, right?
Ooh. Hey, this is a family show. I'll bring Dwayne on here if you want to talk about sex.
But, okay, so the Illuminati is supposedly intertwined in Hollywood and all of that, right?
Yeah, and you'd be surprised the names that I heard, but yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That is true, yes.
Oh, yeah, it's some big names.
From what I was told.
Very big names.
Yeah. Oh, yes. Yeah, that's very true.
And so if you think about it, they have been telling us. They have been telling us straight up what they were going to do. Look at our movies. Look at our programming.
I dated one. I got fucked for 10 days in a row, Bonnie. I'm sorry. She goes, I've not met an Illuminati yet, have you? And it's not like they carry a card or anything. They just say they're in it. And she was shocked I didn't run away after she told me that. And I go, sweetheart, you're not going to say anything that's going to make me run away. I am so far ahead of the curve and been through so much shit. Nothing surprises me. But go ahead. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
Oh, I wasn't.
Yeah, no. So the Illuminati, they tell you said Hollywood. Yeah. So that was just it. You're just.
Well, just that, I mean, if you look at our movies and our programming that they give us.
Yeah.
They do tell us all the time what's going on.
No, we can talk about sex pots. Oh my God. Sex bots. Same difference. That's what I'm going to call mine when I get it. Sex pot. You sexy pot. Sex pot. Whatever. We could talk about them if you want. Oh yeah, no, it goes. I did meet one, and I can't confirm or deny it. And I would never ever say who it is, and because it really doesn't matter. But oh yeah, it's a big war between the Vatican and somebody else. But yeah, the Vatican's involved in it, and the Illuminati. That's the war between the Illuminati. Sorry, it's between this stuff is kicking in. It's between. But here, I'll use the voice to justify this shit. Well, it's like this, man. I was told. Now get this, man. Really, it's the Vatican and the Illuminati. They're at war with each other, man. So that's what it's about. Okay. That's it. And we all are paying the price for it for both of them to meet their objective.
Yeah.
And then they're going to manipulate us. And then she said it's the New World Order and the One World Order, two different things.
Yeah, that's why I was saying the New World Order and the One World, because they are actually two separate ideas, but they're still similar.
I did. She fucked my brains out for 10 days, TLO. I mean, it was fun, don't get me wrong, but then I don't think ending something with an email is very because you would think if it wasn't good the first night, it's like, fuck you, 10 days, and then I don't know. Weird. The One World Order. I don't know. I really don't know. But there's a difference. People say they're the same thing, and they're not. I was told they're not the same.
No, they are similar, I think.
Yeah.
But yeah, they are two distinct thingies.
Right. And she was leaning more towards the New World Order, not the One World Order. But yeah, she told me e-letter. Dear Tim, e-letter. What the fuck does that mean? Sorry. What's she talking about? Are you on drugs, Bonnie? Because I am. No way. What are you talking about? What are you talking about, Mel? I don't get it.
I don't know. My chat is not refreshing at the moment. I'm trying to reload the page.
They are beautiful people. The rich, the famous, the influential. The beautiful people. The beautiful people.
I like that song.
You know what? I don't like him that much, but that song I do like. A very talented.
He is actually a very interesting character.
Are you talking an audit, Tim? What does that mean now? Audit on what? I didn't bring up the government. All right. Is it me or am I losing touch with the chat room?
Are you having trouble, Tim?
Oh, the babe who from the Illuminati, allegedly. I mean, it's not like she pulled a card out. Emailed you. I forgot what you said. What did you say about an email?
What about the email?
Dear Tim. Oh, no, it wasn't Dear Tim. No. It was an official business fucking email. It was business. It was a business email sent to me. I'm terminating our 30-day agreement after 10 days. And oh. Okay. I felt like,
see? This is why I don't date, because it's not worth it.
That's it. I'm done. Well, see, how it happened was I was with a friend somewhere in a public place outside, and she just comes walking up to me out of fucking nowhere. Never seen her in my life. And she wouldn't stop touching me, and you're so handsome. And I'm like, thank you. And this and whatever, and this and that. And she just would not fucking leave me alone. I mean, would not leave me. She wasn't at the point where blatantly saying things that she had some class and she was beautiful, but it was like she would not stop. Like she was on a mission. And I'm like, what is going? I've been on hit on before, and I just say thank you, but I'm flattered, and because 9 times out of 10 they're drunker than fuck. But she was straight as an arrow, and she was just very kind and sweet about it. She said all the right things. See, like, and now I know how you women feel. I'm like, oh my god. But I mean, she took me home all night, had sex all night, talked all night.
On air.
What was that? Hey, are you doing your own show? Are you cheating, Mel? What are you doing? What was that? You're on the phone. She's on the phone. She got a phone call. But yeah, what? What? I heard you cut in and out. Are you going to do the show? All right. First of all, you change the fucking password. Then you don't show up for work, and now you're having personal phone conversations during the show.
With your other boss.
Oh, what? Oh, is it really? Is it? Oh, that's okay. You can do whatever you want then. That's fine. I don't need her coming on tearing me anyway, so that's fine.
Oh, that was awesome.
Gonna go black on me.
That was awesome.
What are you talking about, Tim?
Oh, no, thank you. Been down that road quite a few times. Don't want to go there. She was what? What was she? Yeah, that's what she did. She knew what she wanted. Yeah.
Yeah.
She wanted to play hide the weenie. There was no doubt about that.
And there ain't nothing wrong with that.
No.'She didn't hit on you. She just took you. Pretty much. Yeah.
And there's Scarlett.
Where?
In the YouTube chat.
Uh-oh. Where? Under what? Oh, there she is. Hello. Would you please refrain from calling my co-host during the show? Jesus Christ. I know you guys own this network, but you can't do whatever the fuck you want.
Sure we can.
No, I'm just kidding. She knows. Believe me, she's the last person I want to get in an argument with. Yes, dear. Yes, dear. Yes, dear. Yes.
Why don't you talk about that on the radio?
Tide Pod Eating World to wash down the disinfectants. Yeah. Why not? What happened with that? That came and went as quick as it happened. Remember that?
Yeah.
I mean, really? I mean, I know what you're probably going to say about this, but I could be wrong. But really? I mean, somebody, whatever he said and how they took it, you really think someone's going to go out there and drink disinfectant to get rid of this?
Unfortunately, the poison
Really?
control centers had an increase in calls.
Are you serious?
Yes.
What was
People are stupid.
No, I know it's a joke, Mean Gene, but I'm just like, who in their right mind would eat a Tide Pod? I mean, really. I mean, for any reason whatsoever.
Who knows?
Drinking hydrogen peroxide? No. I know he meant it as a joke. Well, it really wasn't a joke. He was saying something about having like a disinfectant to get inside you to clean it all out. He was referring to something like that. I don't know. I didn't watch the whole thing in its entirety, but I do know it was taken out of context, which is nothing new. Nothing new. Look at me.
I have seen that show, Scarlett, and it is
No.
freaking weird.
What is she talking about? My
That
Strange
show,
Addiction?
My Strange Addiction, where people like go on air and show their weird addictions. There was the one that sticks out in my head was this lady who would eat diapers.
Oh, God. Clean ones or dirty ones?
Clean ones.
Oh, okay.
But she would sit there and eat the diapers.
Oh, my God. What is
It was
wrong
so
with
bizarre.
people? Ugh. Wow, I'm not used to this. Now the sun's going right between the shades and I can't.
Look how bright you are.
Yes, I know. I'm very smart. Thank you very much. That's really
You
good.
are so bright.
Thank you. For a dumbass, I gotta change my how do you change that thing?
Change which thing?
The background crap. I'm gonna freak everybody out.
Virtual background. Go to video settings
Choose virtual background.
and virtual background.
Which should I pick, man? How come there's not more?
I just download images and put them up there.
So, but we're not using Zoom anymore, right?
At the moment.
There you go. Do you like this? Is it on? Is it working?
Hi, you got an eyeball through a blue pill.
I see that.
Kind of cool. That's very matrixy.
Is that air you're breathing? Mhm. Huh. I like it. It's freaking me out, man. How come it's not? What is that fish smoke? Is he smoking something?
He's stoned.
Far out, man. Is that a vape electronic cigarette? It looks like it.
No, it's a joint.
No, that's too perfect to be a joint. That's an electronic joint.
You just don't know how to roll a joint.
It's even tapered down. It's like it has a filter
Yeah.
on it. Really?
Okay, well, it's a cone then.
Whatever. Out of my world. Out of my world.
Bitching about my stoned fish picture. Really, dude?
It's not changing, though. It's stuck on the fucking fish. Sorry.
That's because that's what I have in there right now.
Oh, you're just keeping that? You're not letting it toggle?
I actually have to, like, tell it to do it.
Oh, so you're there in... Oh, really? Okay, whatever. La, 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 la. What else? See his eyes? Yeah, see? It didn't help with the light, though. I can't... There's nothing I can do about that. Except move. Maybe that's better. Let's see. I gotta sit straight, though. Perfect posture. Straight back. Whatever.
Not if you hold still, you're like all red, white, and blue.
It's impossible. I can't sit still. What's the name of this fish?
I don't know.
Where'd you get him from?
Google.
The big surprise. Oh, somebody wants to be a friend. 12 mutual friends? Okay, why not? I don't even know who that is. I've heard of them, though. Back from Chicago. I hate when people ask me to be friends. I don't know who the fuck they are. Distracting. Facebook is distracting. Big waste of time. Bitcoin's going through the roof. I don't know if you know that.
What is?
Bitcoin.
Oh no, I haven't been paying attention.
Yeah, it's on a tear. I don't know. It's gonna be a good time to buy a house here in a couple years, 2 to 3 years. I think.
I am really working hard. Okay, so we've been talking ever since this stuff started about the fact that we need to use this time wisely.
Yes.
And so I have been really working on my credit and figuring out where I want to buy land.
In the mountains. Yeah, as long as you can pay the property taxes. I just saw that Nashville's thinking about cranking up their property taxes 32%. How do you like that?
Whoa.
Yeah. I'm like,
that's a lot.
I almost moved to Nashville because it was so cheap.
Oh, don't.
Why?
Oh, it's horrible.
Oh, is it?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, here, I'll find it out. I'll find it. I should print.
No offense to those who live there. I've just heard way too much about it.
What the hell are you talking about there, young lady? I like living out here. I'm trying to find my wife, my sister. Where is it?
My mother, sister, cousin?
Yes. Is that the dog sniffing, or is that you?
He's rolling around on the floor.
Costco requires all customers to cover. I'm sorry, I'm not going there. Not doing it.
So, okay, here's a funny one. One of the people that I know in Memphis.
Memphis, man, yeah.
Do you remember the, well, I mean, there was a bunch of them, but Charlie Sheen had a big scandal with a gal that was in the porn industry?
No.
I used to work for her. She owns a little lingerie shop.
What is wrong with that guy? Denise Richards is fucking beautiful. Whatever. Go ahead.
But she owns a lingerie shop out in Memphis, and I used to work for her.
I heard she was from Downers Grove. I don't know if that's true or not. Illinois. Denise Richards. I don't know. She's not a good actress, though, but I don't care. Nice to look at. All right, so Nashville, Tennessee. You want to hear this?
Yeah.
From News Channel 5. News Channel 5. Should I read it like I'm in fucking Nashville? Nashville, Tennessee Mayor John Cooper filed his recommended budget for the 2021 fiscal year with Metro Council. That must be the city board or whatever, right? Trustee and all that crap. The $2.447 billion with a B budget includes raising the city's property tax to by almost 32% to recover from the financial impact of the March tornado and the COVID-19 shutdown. What part of we don't have any money do they understand? It's like the deferred payments in your mortgage. Well, we'll give you 3 months off, but you're gonna have to pay the 3 months when 3 months are over. It's like, asshole, I'm not making money. Where am I gonna get the money in 90 days if I don't have it now? You know what I'm
Exactly. And I'll have it all due at once.
Where did I live in Chicago? I didn't live in Chicago. I lived in the suburbs of Chicago. My hometown was Streamwood. This is about Tim. A moment with Tim. Streamwood, Illinois. I lived in Elgin, Illinois. I lived in Davis Junction, which is south of Rockford, Illinois. I've lived in Schaumburg. Where else have I lived? Palatine, Park Ridge, Des Plaines, which I was born there, ironically. It's weird living in the town that you were born in. It's kind of weird. And Burlington. And then I moved here. So, how's that? And Hanover Park when I was a kid. And Des Plaines. Did I say Des Plaines? Des Plaines. Whatever. That's it. That's where I've lived in Illinois. What?
I'm actually thinking about moving back to where I was born.
Where's that?
Phoenix.
Oh, I got a really good... I'm being tempted, but I don't know what I'm going to do. I could move there and start a business tomorrow. Make a lot of money. I know a lot of people from Chicago that moved there, from Illinois, including business customers. Oh, you move here, I'll give you 30 pizza places. I'm like, what? Holy fuck. Really? I mean, shit, that'd be 30 times. I can't even do the math, but it's a lot. It would definitely sustain me. But we'll see.
That's one of the places I'm looking for a place.
I would think about it. I lived in, God, was that still Phoenix? Or I think it was Phoenix. I was right by Sun Devil Stadium.
Well, yeah, that would be Phoenix.
And it was 48th Street in McDowell, which was an okay area. Not that far from Scottsdale. Which there was a drive-in theater down the street from there that we went to. It was nice. I liked it. But my wife at the time didn't. She was pregnant and she was like, I want to go home. Like, fuck.
Oh, I can't imagine that heat being pregnant.
Yeah,
Ew.
no.
Ew.
Yeah, but I could. I mean, I could pick up my shit tomorrow and move to Phoenix and have a great opportunity. And it's one of my options, plan B, if it doesn't work here. And the only way it won't work here is if I lose my job.
Yeah.
What is Minions 4?
Yeah.
Really? I like the Minions. Makes me crack me up. They crack me up no matter what. Yeah, the elected servant here, Rome is speaking here, but this article, this is an unprecedented and difficult time for all Nashvillians. Villains? Is that right? V-I-L-I-A. He's calling them Nashvillians.
Okay.
But I wouldn't want to be called a villain. Villian, maybe? Nashvillians? I think that would be right. Said Mayor Cooper. Thousands of residents have lost their jobs. No shit. Really? How long did it take you to figure that out? During the pandemic. And that makes the necessary decision to raise taxes all the more difficult. It's impossible, man. There's no money. Why? These people need to go back to school. No money, no job, no paying bills, no tiki, no laundry. That's the way it works. And to fuck you when things get better is not going to help anything. If they don't have it, they don't have it. I don't get it. I don't get their thinking. And as I'm 32%, how would you like to go back to work and walk in your boss's office and go, oh, yeah, everything's great. We're back to work. I need a 32% tax or 32% payroll raise. They're going to go fuck yourself. I mean,
that's insane.
I know it's the same thing, though. I'm going to walk into my boss's office and go, yeah, I'm glad all this crap's over. I need a 32% pay raise.
Yeah, I don't see that
walk
happening.
out the door. Exactly. So why do they think we can pay it? Let's see. Let me finish reading this because it's pissing me off. There's just no common sense or logic or humanity or anything to this.
Well, of course not. It's all money based.
Yeah.
All greed.
And as I mentioned during the State of Metro address, whatever that means, the city has thinned its cash reserves to a point where we find ourselves without a rainy day fund during a stormy season. Yeah, who saves for a rainy day anymore, let alone who can? I can't.
Nobody
No,
can
I-
anymore.
yeah, right. And neither can a stupid municipality. I know municipalities work like this because I've done work for them. They get a budget for the year and they have to stay within that budget. And if they don't spend that money that year for that budget that's allocated, then the budget that they get for the following year is the money that they spent in the past year. So if they don't spend the money that's budgeted to them for that year, they won't get it the next year. So if they save money under their budget, it fucks them for the next year because it's like, oh, well, you didn't need that money, so now this is your new budget.
Yeah.
So they spend the money because they have to.
You know we have somebody calling in?
Yeah, I know. I'm talking. It's my show. I hear all the ding dongs, and fucking minions and everything else. Hang on a minute.
I finally got Tony to call in. I was looking forward to him calling in.
Who's that?
He actually lives in Phoenix, as a matter of fact.
Oh, we must be sending out those vibes. It's hot as shit, though, man. I worked in the 108 to 18 degree weather on the roof. Oh, man. I came back tanner than a horse and had white hair like an albino. People didn't even recognize me.
I looked like a blonde Mexican when I was little.
Hey, man, it's okay. What's that? Oh, somebody hung up. Nobody's patient. Jeez. Wow. This is a crisis budget, not a discretionary budget. Whatever. That will ensure Metro and Metro Nashville public schools. Oh, yeah. It's always about the children. Yes, of course it is. As we build 5G fucking towers in school. Why you guys are on lockdown? Can continue to meet our community needs. Whatever. That's it. I'm done. I'm not reading anymore. I don't like being lied to.
Well, I mean, that's part of the reason why we do more research than just what's on the front.
Yep. All right, how to get rid of this fucking fish? Where's the phone?
Oh, shit.
I don't see the phone. Where's the phone?
He hung up.
Oh, wow. No patience. Okay. Where is the phone, though? Manage participants. It's you. There it is. Okay, I got it.
Found it.
Yeah. Wow, no patience. We need the show on hold so they don't think I'm ignoring them.
I know. I don't like the fact that they just completely block people out. That really sucks.
Oh, wow. I like the screen. It looks like there's a big red and blue pill painted on my back bedroom wall.
Yeah, it does.
So cool. That is so cool. Okay, Mean Gene said the fish's name is Roger.
Okay.
Fine with me.
Works for me.
He looks like a Roger. Looks like a drug dealer fish to me. Get those squinty bloodshot eyes.
Yeah.
Not that I know what a drug dealer would look like or anything, but you know.
Been a long time since I've seen one.
Yeah, no, that goes way back for me. Hank the high ass halibut. Ooh, we might have a competition here. Pretty cool. I predict Mel's getting her burger right now.
I actually, it was hand delivered to me.
I knew it. Is that what just happened?
Oh yeah.
Wow. So you're gonna
He
be
did it up,
rude.
Boy. He spoiled his mama tonight.
You're gonna be rude and eat in front of us a big cheeseburger. It's not fair. I'm getting the munchies. People are commenting on my Facebook. What are they saying? Okay. Well, I can't play songs. I'm sick of. Oh, so
We can't play songs because then they try to mute us.
I know. And so today I contacted Maya on Twitter and I said, because I listened to her a cappella. She plays the piano and sings, and she does a few a cappella piano songs, or acoustic, I guess, but it's not the guitar, it's the piano. But anyway, that's all she plays. And her voice is just freaking amazing. And I thank you. You're welcome to. What are you talking about? What? Shh. Don't eat the fucking cheeseburger in front of me. Unless you're gonna share. You have potato chips?
No. Oh no. He did it up.
You're not gonna need them.
I have got a big old elk burger, tater tots, mixed veggies, and mac and cheese.
Oh man, you're making me hungry. It beats my cottage cheese I ate for dinner.
Ew.
And a cheese ball. Or not a cheese ball. Cheesecake ball. Whatever this thing was. Huh. Yeah, I felt pretty good with this. This is cool. I'm sure it kicked in by now. So I messaged her after I listened to her song, and I go, I don't know what's going on, but there's a problem that you're not discovered yet. So just out of desperation, I follow Sammy Hagar on Instagram, and I send him the video. So you know what? You never know. You never
know. They might actually look.
Well, I told him, I go, I haven't heard somebody like this until I heard you way back in 1980. So you listen to it. I'm not affiliated with them. I think they're going to get passed over and be ashamed. So you be the judge and you listen to it, and that's it. I'm not going to bother him again about it. But it's just a shame. It's just a shame. She's doing something wrong, because it's not because she's not talented. It's not a problem.
It's whoever's representing her is
Well,
not doing a good job.
Beyond her management skills, whoever's doing her PR and managing her career sucks. Sorry, I'm just calling it the way it is, because she should have been discovered. That band should have been here mainstream already. And I know she wants to get to the U.S., but they're in Denmark, so she really can't. She's got to tour with somebody that's here in the U.S. Edge of Paradise told me allegedly they almost did, but it didn't work out. And I'm like, oh, that would have been a great fucking concert. I want to talk to Margarita about that when she comes on, because Dave told
Have you heard back from her about when she's going to come on?
Oh, she's busy. I don't know what she's doing. Yeah, I don't know. I don't like bugging people, because she said she was moving. So I'm like, oh my God, I know how that is. I don't want to bug anybody when they're moving.
Oh yeah, that sucks.
Yeah, so she doesn't need me. Are you done that? Are you done yet? You moved, because not only do you move all your shit, then you got to unpack it all.
Yeah, you got to put it all up.
And it takes you a month to find everything and put it in the right place. So it's like, I don't need to dump any of that on her. I told her when she's ready to get a hold of me. So
when I move, my office is always packed together, and it's always the last thing in and the first thing out.
Your office? Well, yeah, that makes sense, because you need it. So
I'll sleep on the floor, but by God, my office will be set up.
Right. Italian sub, Amish Mac. What's Amish Mac? Mac and potato salad. Amish? You make it at an Amish place?
Probably an Amish recipe.
Looks like that guy you dated in high school. Who? It was always high. Who, the fish? What's she talking about?
That looks like most of the guys I dated in high school.
Oh, somebody's calling. Ding dong. Hurry up. Hang on a second. How do I get there?
And that should be Tony.
Tony?
Yep, Big Tony.
That's a Chicago. Big Tony. That's a Chicago mob name. You sure he's not in Chicago?
He's in Phoenix now.
He's in Phoenix.
Yeah.
Hello?
Hello, how you doing?
How you doing? Oh, I like this guy already.
Oh yeah, you'll love him.
How you doing?
See now, my live feed is so much far behind my house phone that it's just totally confusing. Maybe I should shut one or the other off.
Yeah, shut the whatever you're listening to, because it delays like at least 5 seconds. It'll drive you crazy.
Nah, it's ridiculous. Hold on, let me do this shit. It's okay, your face, dude. It's better anyway. You are an unattractive man.
Wow.
I mean, seriously, have you thought maybe face for radio instead of podcast? Your voice is like gold, but your face, holy shit, dude. Anyway, how you doing? What was your name again? What's his name now?
Tim.
Wow.
Hey, how you doing, man?
Okay, let me explain something here. Okay.
Mel told me to do this, by the way.
You are like one of the biggest smartasses I know,
Yeah.
and so is Tony.
No,
I'm a professional. I'm a professional. she told me to put the Spurs to you real quick, so I just thought I'd drop a couple of.
Well, you beat me to the punch, so that's fine. Hey, that's you know what? Turnabout's fair in love and war.
Y'all
Well, the
pick on
first one
me
to
all
come
the
out
time.
swinging is usually the last one to hit the canvas, you know?
Yeah, that's true. Here, the glasses help. It makes me a woman hater.
I can't see your picture, but if you're a woman hater, I mean, I don't know. wait a second. I gotta sync this up because it's hard to do both. I can listen to the two of you, but I can't actually see the sight gags.
Got it. No, only when I wear the glasses.
Just mute it.
Only when I wear the glasses. Mute what?
The Facebook.
Glasses. You said what, Miss Melissa?
Mute the Facebook.
Mute it. Okay. Are we the only ones hearing each other right now?
No, you're going out to all kinds of people. We go out to like 8
Oh, well,
platforms.
I apologize for the lag. Unfortunately, I'm not used to this particular venue here. Mostly I do my work on stage or in person.
Trying to
I
get
can't
him to
even
do a
find.
show.
But the bar I was working at closed, and not only did it close, but because there was no income, and because the small business loan didn't come through for bars in Arizona, he actually closed and sold. And not only did he close and sell, but he had a Liquor 6 license, which about 4 or 5 months ago was worth $100,000, and he only got about $75,000 for it.
Mm.
So yeah, no, this has just destroyed a lot of my friends. Almost everybody I know is in the industry.
That's horrible. And do you do stand-up comedy, or what do you do?
Well, I mean, in general, yes. I do more point of sale roast. I work in a bar. I'm a floor manager. I also do the security there. So most of the time when I it's more table to table. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah, it does.
Yeah. So, but and I've done stage work before several times, but it's hard. It's hard to do stage work when you don't actually have an act. I need somebody. I got to have somebody to target, and it's hard on the audience when you pick on somebody for 45 minutes.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
But I can do it. But I'd rather not.
You're like Andrew Dice.
I'm sorry, Mel. Can you do me a favor? Can you send me a link so I can actually pick this back up? Because truly, I can't find it right now.
Yep.
Yeah, send it to my messenger, please. Thank you.
You
So what do you do for a living, boss?
Me, I'm in the commercial heating and air conditioning business.
Oh, you're in Arizona, so right now is your busy season, huh?
Well, no, we were talking about she might move there, and I've lived there back in 1988. I'm in Colorado right now.
Oh, okay. I think I've actually just picked the show back up. Let me email. Okay. Anyway, no, I'm in Arizona here. I was kind of hoping she would come down here. To tell you the truth, it'd be nice to have it here. At least I can't figure this out.
We might be.
Oh, really?
Grandma's down there by herself now, so.
Yeah, that's kind of. I wanted to talk to you about that, but I didn't know if you wanted to put that out. But yeah, if you want me to go over there or anything, or if there's anything you need to take care of, I can jump in the car and be over there in like 10 minutes.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
It'd be cool. What?
That's just crazy.
Would you consider doing a show on this network?
Actually, I was kind of planning on it, but unfortunately, with what's going on right now, funds are tight. I'm limited to a cell phone and an actual home line right now. And another big part of that is we use the actual home internet. I take care of my parents. They're in their 80s. And they use that mostly for their television. So it would be a drag. I'm trying to find a way. I could go outside and take pictures. They're actually going to cut up the street out in front of my house, running up to my house so I can get a T1 line put in. So once that happens, yes, I would love to do a show, and I'd love to work with you. You're relatively funny. I'm just saying you are. You're relatively funny.
Relatively. Thank you very much.
That's a hell of a compliment coming from an asshole like me.
There you go. No, I really appreciate that. where are you from? The East Coast, or I don't think you're from Chicago.
Yeah, well, originally I was born on Long Island. I moved from Long Island to for a brief period, I graced the state of Delaware with my presence for 1 year. Was suspended from school so many times that we moved. And then we moved to Philadelphia, which was a great pick. We moved right outside of Philadelphia. I lived in an area called Lansdale. And then from there, I had some other adventures that I might go into later in detail with you, but I've had I've had an adventurous life from that point on. I spent some time in certain places, as Mel will probably tell you later. And, yeah, but now I live in Arizona. I'm loving it here, but boy, the heat just turned up. It's 103 degrees right now. So, but you're up in Colorado. What's it, like 65?
Yeah, it was almost 70 today, and sunny. Is beautiful. Beautiful day.
So you started out here in Arizona?
No, I born and raised in Illinois, and in 1988 I packed up a U-Haul with my wife at the time and moved down there in 88 and made the mistake of moving down there in the beginning of summer in May and stayed till August, and it was 118 degrees being outside on the roof. And it was just torture.
Decided to bail?
What's that?
You decided to bail after that?
It wasn't me. I would have stayed, but my ex-wife at the time was pregnant with our son, and she was homesick, and she was crying, and she's like, she can't go out. She didn't want to go out. She had all that sickness stuff and everything, and she's like, I want to go back to Chicago. And I'm like, I just saw her heart was getting broken, so I said, all right, we'll go back. So I did, and then I lived there until 2 years ago, and came here.
Yeah. I mean, geez, a lot of people are bailing out of Chicago at this point.
Oh yeah.
So I used to do business in Chicago back about 16 years ago, but I used to travel from Arizona to Chicago, Arizona to Ohio, Arizona to Atlanta, Tampa. I was in a certain business. I got caught in that business, and I went to a house with many doors for a while.
Oh.
But I was all over the country. But I mean, God, man, that was the worst. Chicago was probably one of the most violent places I ever worked. So I just couldn't do it no more.
It can get rough, especially if you're on the wrong side of the city.
Yeah, and that's exactly it. I used to make deliveries to Detroit, and I thought it was a joke at first because a gentleman sent me a message and asked me to meet him down off the highway on 8 Mile. And I'm like, 8 Mile must be a joke. Eminem joke or something like that. No, he wanted me to meet him at 8 Mile. So, 6'5" Italian Caucasian driving a white truck at about 2 o'clock in the morning.
Nobody will see you.
No, nobody knows. And you know something? No bullshit. It was like a week before Christmas, too. So it's like, I'm like, no one will notice a brand new Grand Cherokee moving down through. Come on, guys, what are you doing? Yeah, it was kind of stupid.
It's hilarious.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
I mean, looking back.
But yeah, I prefer Arizona at this point.
Yeah.
What'd you say, sir?
I said that's funny looking back and talking about it, but I get when you're in it, it's not so funny.
Oh yeah. I'll tell you when I have better connectivity and we have more of a fluid conversation, I can lay some stories on you, man. I mean, I don't know how many people are actually hooked in, but between the years, hey Mel, I'm just gonna drop it on him. Is that okay?
I don't care. Our show is pretty no holds barred. For the most part, yeah.
Okay. Well, between the years of 2005 and 2009, I was a mule for the Mexican Mafia coming out of Arizona, driving to the East Coast. I was doing 500,000-pound runs of marijuana, and I eventually got myself apprehended in Oklahoma. Unfortunately, probably the worst place in the country to get caught. So, but I was recently emancipated about 4 years ago.
Oh, great! Wow, jeez.
The look on your face said it all.
Yeah, I can't see him. I just see a handful of numbers right now.
That's well, Do you mind sharing how you got into it? Was it a financial thing, or was it people you hung out with?
Oh, well, actually, it was. I had a friend of mine. I used to hang out at a certain club, a certain bar, and I mean, I was low level. When I say low level, this is back in 2005, and at this point, I was like, I want to say in my mid 30s, and absolutely dead ended, and I just, man, I was like a half ounce, an ounce a month kind of guy. So I'd go to the same guy and buy my pot from him. And I was always good with him. He was a good friend of mine, and I always paid my bills. And one day he just said to me, "Hey, man, you're fucking broke." Yeah, dude. I mean, I was really scraping the bottom of the barrel. At that point, I was buying used tires for my car. So, yeah. So I was like, yeah. He's like, "Look, man, I got a friend of mine that, I trust you, and I'm going to hook you up with this guy, and we're going to do some stuff, and you're going to make some money, and it's going to be okay, and da-da-da-da-da." And I'm like, you know what, man, I'm at the point in my life where, I mean, I've done other things in my life before I go any further. Mm-hmm. But I told him, I said, man, I'm at the point in my life. I don't know if I use these exact words. I think it was probably like, hell yeah. But I think the sentiment behind hell yeah was, man, I'm at a point in my life where I don't do something, and I just didn't care. So he hooked me up with a gentleman. And again, I thought it was a joke. And this kind of hooks into the Christmas thing, because this is about 4 weeks before Christmas. This guy shows up at my house with a Grand Cherokee and an open title and gives me the title. Says, "I need you to go to this address and pick up a trailer. Okay? And then I need you to take it to this address and call me." So that was the first time I did it. And I got in that Jeep. It was now 3 weeks before Christmas, and I drove to the address, and there was a trailer there with no license plate. So I had a plate that I was supposed to put on. I put it on there, and I drive this thing all the way to the address in Ohio. I get there, and I call him. He says, "Okay, now go to the DMV and register them both in your name." Meanwhile, I think I got a fucking ton of something in the back, right? Fucking thing was empty, dude, first trip. Scared the hell out of me, but he wanted to see if I would do it.
Yeah.
After that, it just went on and on and on.
Oh, my God, that's hilarious.
Oh, and this, like I said, this right now we don't really have the kind of communication back and forth of the format. But once I get something together, yeah, you can sit there. I'll do a Q&A with you. But I mean, I've got stories, dude. I had to spend almost a week in a house. I think it was somewhere around 5 or 6 mile. I spent a week there with 500 pounds and no furniture in the middle of winter. So it was ridiculous. The place was so small. The bathroom was so small, dude. I'm a big guy. I'm 6'5", but to actually use the toilet bowl, to actually sit down and use the toilet bowl, I had to take my pants off and take one leg out and put my left foot in the tub so that I could sit down on the toilet. That's how small the place was.
God.
Okay, I know what you look like, and that is the most hilarious mental image in this world. Oh my God.
Yeah, I'm a monster. That's why I'm not a monster. I'm not a big muscular guy. I play ball, and I have a general good build. Back then, I was better shape, but yeah, it was just ridiculous. I mean, I had one time. Oh God, I don't know if I should even. I can brief over these stories for you. There was a point one time where I met a gentleman at a Hooters, and I was supposed to pick up money, and he goes, "Yeah, I got it outside." Okay, so we go to his trunk of his car, and he pulls out, those baseball bat duffel bags with the handles? Mm-hmm. Yeah, full of cash. Lifts it out and just drops it on the ground. And I couldn't really get a grip on this thing to carry it. And I got to move it across the parking lot, right? So I tell the guy, "Hey, you want to give me a hand?" So he grabs the other handle and walking across the parking lot, heading for my truck, and a cop pulls in. And it just... you're walking like you're carrying a bag of balls or something. You don't want to show. When we got to the truck, the guy behind me, he goes, "Man." I said, yeah. Shh. But yeah, I got a grip of them. We'll just have to get together on a better connection. I can barely hear either one of you either.
So. Yeah, I'd appreciate that. Well, really quick, and I'll let you go. What do you think?
Sure.
What's happening in Phoenix, and what are you seeing? You said that already with the bars closing down and
yeah.
Crime going up.
Well,
do you see a light at the end of the tunnel, or what do you see?
Well, I mean, okay, locally, I live in an area called Sun City, and I live in a gated community. So we use golf carts a lot around here. Mm-hmm. So again, I'm a substantial person, so I just get in my golf cart and I go out the back gate and I drive the neighborhoods that are open in my cart at night. And what I'm seeing, and honestly, is I'm seeing a lot of people sleeping at Walmarts and stuff, a lot of cars spending the night at Walmart that were never there before. And I mean, when I say a lot, the Walmart and Surprise, I think they've probably got, in the last month, there's been several of them that have been there more than 15 or 20 days. They probably got about 30 live-in people in the parking lot.
Wow.
So that tells me a lot of people are losing their homes, or at least people that were on the fringes of society that were feeding off of that industry. I mean, a lot of people don't see the underside of the bar industry and the restaurant industry, but there's a lot of people that feed off of that. Homeless people that go to bars, that hang out there all fucking day and drink water. Prostitutes, girls that do drugs that go to these places and spend all day there, here. They have nowhere to go. They're not they can't couch surf because they're not meeting people. They're not moving through these, so you're seeing a lot more homelessness. The break-ins have gone up, especially in the retirement communities, because there's not a lot of people here. They've left now for the summer. A lot of them, especially the Canadians, left when this shit happened before the borders closed. So we're seeing break-ins and stuff like that. But what I'm really seeing is I'm seeing an uptick in homelessness, at least in the Surprise area. I mean, seriously, maybe a 20% increase. So
no pun intended, but that's surprising for that area.
Yeah, I know, and I'm serious. I mean, I should go out and video some of the stuff I've seen at night, but especially around Walmart, around any place that allows urban camping, I guess you could call it, because you go in Walmart, you spend $20, you sleep in a parking lot. I mean, that's kind of, and a lot of times they don't even care if you buy anything. So it's starting. There's quite a few people there. I mean, that, and like I said, a lot of my friends, yeah, they're not looking forward to getting their jobs back. They don't even think they will. Most of these places, when they close like this, and they've been closed for so long, and now they just kicked it up another 15 days or up to 15th of March, I believe, for Arizona. Or May. I'm sorry.
I was going to say April.
Yeah, no, I just hit my dab rig a little while ago. My sense of time and dimension may be distorted, but until the 15th of next month, they're talking about keeping us locked in. So, I mean, you got to figure these are people that were living off of tips. Some of them weren't even on the books. Myself, I got paid cash. Mm-hmm. So what happens now is that little $1,200, that didn't mean shit. And now we're moving into an extra 15 days because in the state of Arizona. So I don't even think the government had backed that up. So another 15 days without work for everybody in the service industry, the bar industry, and again, all the ancillary people, your drug dealers and everybody else. None of these people are getting the job done. So it's really, it's fucking with stuff out here.
I don't think people realize how razor-thin margins restaurants run at. And I just don't think they can make it 30 days without customers, period. I just don't.
Well, even if, let's say, I mean, and this is of course not going to happen, but even if they went back to last year and said, okay, during the month of April, your bar netted X amount of money, or even grossed X amount of money, and we're going to cut you a check for that. That takes care of the bar, but the bartender or the waitress doesn't make a full salary like a normal person does. They get a percentage salary, and they make up the rest in tips. Well, yeah, they may claim their tips, they may not. But, I mean, some of these people, they make $300, $400, $500, $600 over the weekend in tips and survive on that. And if you're just going to chip them $1,200, it's just not going to do it. Although that $500 for kids settled pretty good with a couple of my friends, still, it's just not enough. And some people haven't even got it. So, and especially in this condition, forget it. How many bartenders, waitresses, or servers do you know that have a cushion?
None.
2 weeks.
None.
Yeah. 2 weeks. Not even, I mean, 2 weeks, seriously. 2 weeks worth of food in your refrigerator.
I used to be a waitress, and that tip money is your daily running money. Your checks pay your bills, and that tip money is your running money. Your groceries, your gas, everything.
Mm-hmm. And that's a side that most of the people that are in this business are, I mean, they're getting food stamps. They're on. I mean, Arizona's a wonderful state, man. If you're not working, you don't have the money, you're getting free insurance. I mean, they're absolutely wonderful. I took a couple of rounds back in 2007, and they took care of me, no problem, and not a bill and nothing. So I mean, they have great. So they take care of their people, but you know, what are you gonna do when there's no money coming in? Your cushion is probably 3-4 days. Your refrigerator's empty, and now they're talking 15 more days. Don't worry about it. We're all in this together. Fuck you. You're still getting paid, dude. You know.
Exactly. Do you think that they're going to be able to reopen and turn around without any bailout money, or do you think they're done?
Probably not. Not smaller places. Well, it really depends on inventory or kept inventory and what they did during the shutdown. Mm-hmm. If you're going to your bar and you're taking care of your equipment and making sure nothing gets screwed up while you're shut down, and you get a hold of the beer distributors and you get your kegs changed out so nothing gets rotten, and you clear your beer lines and take care of your soda lines and all that crap, so that when you reopen, everything functions as it should. You know, whatever they give them, I'm sure it may work out. But if you don't take care of your stuff, and now you've taken these weeks of time and just sat back with your thumb in your ass, then you're going to go and try and reopen. It's not going to happen. Exactly. And another thing that may happen with the place that I work at, if you sell your place while the place is closed during something, especially like this, and the new owner decides to fire the staff and put all new people in there, what happens when all the regulars come walking in? They're coming there to see their friends.
Yeah, and they're not there.
They're coming there to see.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep. And when those people can't come back to work, oh, well, I couldn't make it. The money didn't do it, so I had to get a job on the telephone. Or God knows what people are doing now. I mean, you could talk to fucking Cuomo. He'll tell you, oh, go get a job, man. There's plenty of jobs. Go get a job. Fucking asshole. There ain't no fucking jobs.
No, there's
you know, pardon me. I'm sorry. I hate Cuomo so bad that sometimes it bursts out of me.
No, it's fine.
Not the first time if we have a political explosion about somebody.
Or the last.
That just made me. I was in the living room, standing up, looking at the TV, going, seriously. You know, a guy works in a restaurant for 3 years. He's been a waiter, or he works wherever, and he gets shut down because he's not essential. He's going broke. He's sitting home. He don't know what to do. He gets his little bit of pocket change. He pays his rent. Now he's screwed. And he looks at the TV, and there's Cuomo going, go be an essential. If you want to work, work. Work. Go. This fucking guy gets paid. You know? He's getting his money. What am I supposed? Okay, yeah, I'm gonna run out, get a nursing degree, and just slide right into the ER.
Sure.
Hey, get the fuck. Yeah. Yeah. It just don't make. Yeah, go do that. Yeah. Grow the fuck up. This freaking guy. Never mind. I'm gonna start on De Blasio in a second.
Yeah, they don't live in reality. It's someone else's fault. They never have enough money, and just go get a job. Go get 2 jobs. Get a nursing degree online overnight. I mean, they just don't get it. It's so out of touch.
Well, and that's the thing is they're so far out of touch. But then the people around them, especially like in the entertainment industry or whatever, who are still in their bubble, they're saying, no, you're right. Stay at home. Look at me. I stay at home. Me and the kids, we're shooting wonderful videos. We're having a great time. Yeah, you got the double refrigerator full of food, 4,500 rolls of fucking toilet paper, a backup generator. The house runs on solar. The old lady's got the Peloton bike she rides every day that costs $500,000 with the subscription. Yeah, that's great. Everybody's having a wonderful time in their multi-million-dollar homes, eating delivered, chef-prepared meals and everything else. Here I am. I'm waiting to go to Panda Express in about 45 minutes because they're doing a $20 steel meal, or I could roll up in my beat-up old golf cart and grab $20 worth of rice, and God only knows what kind of protein. And it's a big difference between quarantine and fucking staying in your mansion.
Yes, it is.
And I just have to interject here that Tony is an incredible cook, by the way.
Yeah, I am well practiced. I can make anything out of ramen too. You know, you learn that in person. Build you a model airplane if I really had to.
I love it.
Oh yeah, it's just if you can get good ingredients, you know, like you have what you want at your access. You can quick hit sprouts or something, get some fresh green beans, some fresh Brussels sprouts. I like to feed my parents, so I try and cook from scratch and fresh, so they don't get any of the chemicals and crap. So try and preserve them as long as possible.
Yeah, 2 weeks.
Wouldn't you want them to eat the prepared foods with all the preservatives in them? Doesn't that help preserve us?
Yeah, I mean, it depends. I mean, when you pick up a package, you flip it over, and the serving has 1,500 milligrams of sodium in it to stabilize it.
Yeah.
It's true. Yeah, and then you get hypertension and die of a stroke, and you got nothing to worry about.
A friend of mine, just actually the guy I take care of, a gentleman who was, by the way, Mel, I got Greg to quit drinking.
Yeah.
He was a hardcore alcoholic for about 5 years now, 6 years. He's been constant. And I finally got him to quit drinking. And it's amazing to look at his blood chart before and after, because even beer and stuff contains sodium and all sorts of other crap. It's just, his numbers were all over the place. But now he's stabilized. So it's pretty cool watching all that shit drop.
It's great news. Good.
Yeah, we'll hope so.
Well, I really appreciate the call, and I know you got to get your Panda Express. Do they have a drive-through? Where's the Panda Express?
Right here in if I go out the back exit of where I live, there's literally a Walmart, and then like 2 or 3, you know those amalgamated strip malls. You got one that's got a bunch of crap in it, Yum Yum Donuts and Panda Express and a couple of low rent pizzerias, and then you got the sneaker stores and stuff. It's right over there.
So you can drive your golf cart out of your subdivision and go through the drive-through with it?
Oh yeah, actually, I happen to be in a great position because even my doctor is golf cartable. Surprise Baseball Stadium for spring training, I can golf cart over there. Surprise Park, I could pretty much hit everything in like a 10-mile radius if you know how to do back roads. Anything that's 35 miles an hour, you can take a golf cart on.
Oh, that's so cool. I didn't know that.
That particular area of the Phoenix area, you see golf carts all over the friggin' place.
I mean, it's so convenient, and I got electrical ones. I have 2 of them. So I take it. One of them has an onboard charger. So I just take an extension cord with me. When the bars were open, I go to the bar for dinner. I plug the fucker in, leave it out there. Charge the batteries all the way up. Takes like 4 hours, and then go home. So I didn't even pay for electricity.
Oh my god, that is so cool! I just can't imagine taking a golf cart through the fucking. Hey, you should take a video of that. That'd be fucking hilarious.
He goes live on video all the time.
Really?
Yes.
Oh my god, that would be.
I'll send you the link to his page, so you guys can be friends.
Actually, you know what? I'm going to actually have you put me together a page so I can go from that page, and we should work on that. I've been, like I said, I'm so busy over here. I know it sounds like a cop-out, but taking care of my parents, taking care of Greg, and trying to be a regular drinker and marijuana user is very tough.
That'd be so fun.
And that's the other thing. Because I live in Arizona, I ended up getting a medical marijuana card, so I actually do marijuana reviews on concentrates and stuff like that locally.
God, you should make. Have you made a video like, "Hey, I'm here to pick up my orange chicken and give me a fucking beer"? Something like that. That's hilarious.
There's a reason I've been trying to get him on.
Yeah. Oh God, you should.
The more upset I get, I can turn up my accent. I'll turn it up a little bit for you now. So I could turn it up. I could get more and more Brooklynese of New York, you know. And I was driving through the park in my golf cart, real slow, minding my own fucking business. And I had my friend Greg with me. He doesn't walk very well. He had a stroke. So if he wants to go out, I try and take him in the cart. He gets fresh air, and it doesn't exhaust him. So we're going down the wide walkway, and there's a guy down there. He's got the camera in his hand. He's already filming me from like 150 feet away, right? And I'm like, okay, Greg, just batten down the hatches. This guy's going to be an asshole. As soon as I pulled up, who do you think you are? You can't be in the park. You guys aren't distancing because we're sitting in the car together. You're not distancing. You can't do that. I'm calling 911 and all this. So I said, man, what is your problem? What are you, a cop? Because that's if someone tries to tell me what to do, that's the first thing I say. What are you, a fucking cop? Right? Well, it turns out this fucking guy was a retired cop.
Oh, jeez.
Well, here he starts. I shit you not. I really wish I had my camera on. So I see him. He starts rooting through his wallet. So now, of course, that trips the frickin' lizard brain in my head. And now I'm like, oh, I got this guy by the short hairs. Whatever he's going to pull out of his wallet. And this guy pulls a plastic Ziploc bag out and unfolds this thing. Now, I'm telling you, it was like the parchment from the fucking early years of Christ. The thing's been around forever. He unfolds. He goes, look, see, I'm a retired police officer.
Oh, man.
I looked at him and I said, what is your brown shirt in the cleaners? Oh, my God. He went off the fucking hinges on me. He freaking went off the rails. And I swear to God, you're going to laugh. I turn around, I say, you know what, man, I'm leaving. You're an asshole. I start to drive away. And this guy, I swear to God, he yells at me, I bet you're a Democrat. Holy shit. Man. Even Greg goes, don't do it, right? So I slam on the brakes. I grab the emergency brake. Rip, I get out of the fucking cart. And I'm looking at the guy. Now, I'm 50 years old. Okay, I used to be a fighter. Now I just hit as hard as I can. This guy had to be 20 years older than me, probably. So I'm like, man, he's just out of control. And he literally hunkered down and said to me, go ahead, hit me. I want you to. And I looked at him, and then another guy came out of nowhere. I don't know what his deal was. He came over and said, just take it easy, and he broke it up. So he was actually the good Samaritan. I wasn't going to strike the man, but I was getting ready to get in a back and forth with him. I was going to try and bring him out and just drive him crazy. So he stopped it, luckily. Sometimes I can't help myself like that, but it's ridiculous. Yeah. By the time we were done, I don't think anybody could understand what I was saying. I think I sounded like De Niro from frickin' Casino or something.
Yeah, or Joe Pesci.
Who the fuck are you talking to? What the fuck are you doing?
Yeah, my Chicago accent comes out the more pissed I get, which really isn't that often since I moved here. But every time I go back to Chicago to visit family and I run into assholes, it starts coming out pretty quick.
Isn't it amazing? You could try and try and try. And I know people live their entire lives without confrontation, but I swear to Christ, if I don't get in an argument twice a week, it's weird. I don't understand it. But I think I'd like to seek the verbal conflict because it gives me a chance to spar with somebody.
There you go.
So,
keeps your brain sharp.
Yep. But look, I really appreciate you having and talking with me, man. This has been nice. I'll try and get my stuff together, and I'll talk with Mel, but I really do have to take off. I'm going to go pick up some orange chicken and a few other things. But it was nice to make your acquaintance, man. I hope to talk to you again.
It's a pleasure, Tony. Thanks a lot. Think about coming on here and getting your own show. It would be great. I'm telling you. It would be
Oh, yeah, I'll talk with Mel. We'll see what we can do.
I'll get him on here eventually.
Yeah, you too.
We've been trying for a little while.
There you go. All right, Tony.
All right, I'll talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.
Bye. Oh, my God. I haven't talked to somebody like that in forever.
I freaking love Tony. He and I are like total opposites, but we adore each other.
Yeah, no, what a great... I'm like, whoa, man, this guy's coming at me sideways right off the bat, and I'm like, whoa, I haven't had this happen in a while. But, yeah, see, Chicago's filled with people like that. Like he kind of said, it's a twice a day thing that happens in Chicago. It's just talking, oh, fuck you, what the fuck? And you just start yelling at each other, and then you go out and have a beer with each other. You know, you tell each other, fuck off, and you're an asshole, and you're a Democrat. It's really funny to hear that.
Yeah, he and I, we like to start shit on each other's pages.
You know, that was a nice little surprise. Hey, you want a piece of me? Yeah. God. So fun. And you know, the more that I'm away from it, like I'll talk to my son on the phone and friends, and I hear it. I hear the accent. Because when I first moved out here, people are like, are you from Chicago? And I'm like, or Jersey. And I'm like, Chicago. Like, and I've been working on it, but yeah, when you're hanging around with other people or something like him,
it comes out.
Oh, Oh yeah, it'll come out and be like, oh my god. It's like, do I really sound like that, or did I sound like that? It's like, yeah, you did. Funny. Well, that was enjoyable. I hope people listening there in the chat room got a kick out of that. That was, I love people like that, man. There's
We'll
a
get-
girl. Go ahead.
We'll get him to come. We'll get him to call on more, kind of regular if we can.
Yeah, that'd be highly entertaining. There's a girl that I met out here through a friend, and her name is Denise, and she just started talking. It's like, oh yeah, I gotta walk my dog in my apartment, you know. And I'm like, oh my god. I go, are you from New York? She goes, yeah. And I just started laughing, and then I think she thought I was laughing at her. And I'm like, I'm not laughing.
Aw.
At you. I'm not laughing at you. I'm sorry. That's great. I go on from Chicago, and just to hear that, it just fucking makes my day. It was just so cool.
Yeah.
So cool to hear it. So, yeah, there is still a little Chicago voice. It's the A's and the O's. I've narrowed it down, but people in Colorado say their A's different than their O's, and then of course there's the
Colorado.
yeah Colorado, whatever. It's not John, it's John. The O's are like O, not ah. And A's are not A's are. I don't know what the fuck A's are, but it's the A's and the O's for sure. So I try to listen, and I try to, but I'll still say something out here, and people go, "What?" Like, so I got to slow it down a little bit.
Well,
and watch-
they say that about you anyway.
yeah, I'm sure they do. What, is they pick on me? What did I do? Is this payback for busting your balls? Or what? Oh my god. Yeah, he came swinging out, man. I'm like, whoa.
Oh, and he messaged me before he called in again, and he's like, "Okay, but I'm in roast mode now. I don't want to piss him off." And I'm like, "No, dude, you
No.
don't understand.
Yeah,
Just
no.
call in."
Yeah. I'm like, whoa. This guy can't be that big of an asshole. So I mean, that was good. He got me back a little bit. So you got me, Mel. I hope it was entertaining though. It's like, whoa.
Oh, I knew you were going to have fun with him.
Oh yeah. No, I can tell he's got tons of stories. He would be great having his own show on here. Oh my god. It would be it would be great.
He is like you. He is a perfectionist when it comes to, if he's going to do something,
Mhm.
he's going to do it right. He will
Yeah,
not
good.
put out a low quality product. So he
Right.
wants to make sure he gets his cam and all that stuff.
Sure.
Because I've been sitting there telling him, look, dude, just use your phone for right now. Just get on there. Because I
Right.
just want him on the show, you know?
Right. Oh, that was great. That was really. I could have talked to him for hours if people would have listened to it. I mean, it's just.
Oh, yeah, I absolutely love Tony. He is one of my absolute favorite people.
What a guy. Yeah. Yeah. That's Chicago. I've never been to New York, and, and I hear that Jersey and, New York and Brooklyn or whatever, there's people filled with those types of people there.
Yeah.
And Chicago's not as predominant, but there's enough of them. I'd say 8 out of 10, but I think New York, 10 out of 10 people are like that, like him. It's just, you just don't take any shit. It's great. I'd love it. I'd love it.
Uh-huh.
And I'm surprised he's not a real liberal Democrat coming from.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Yeah, that surprises me.
No, he and I are like so opposite side of the fence.
Yeah. Yeah, no, he's a good guy. He's a funny guy. I'm sorry he went through all the shit he did, but didn't seem like it changed him too much. He's still a good guy, I can tell. Very, very good. I enjoyed that. Thank you. Yeah, you knocked me back a little bit with how strong he came out.
Yeah, the look on your face was just priceless. That was
Oh
awesome.
yeah, I'm sure it was. My face speaks everything.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
When he was telling you about when he got busted, your eyes got about as big as saucers.
Yeah, it's like who am I talking to? El Chapo's right hand man or what? What is it? But I'm glad he clarified he got busted for all of it, because it's like yeah, so nothing nobody doesn't know about. But
Oh yeah, no.
yeah, no, I'm sure he has all kinds of stories too. I've heard it from both sides. I've heard it from law enforcement, and I've heard it from the bad guy, allegedly bad guys side too. And it's amazing why people do what they do and what they go through.
Yeah.
Whether they're breaking the law to provide for their family, or they're enforcing the law to provide for their family. It's just like, oh my God.
You
But
do what you got to do, you know.
if you all got them in the same room, I'm sure they would love each other. I mean, they would just have a great fucking time. It's just that it all depends on what life deals you, and then your decisions put you on which side you're on.
Yeah.
Simple as that. I mean,
And all any of us are trying to do is just have a decent life.
yeah, exactly. But you got to do what you got to do.
Pay our bills.
man. I mean, I'm really concerned with burglaries and
Yeah.
robberies and going through the roof because people, I hear it's going up already around here. People can't provide for themselves or their family. I mean, what are they? I'm not justifying it or anything. Like, what are you
No,
going to do?
Yeah, it's one of those situations where when you get to a certain point of desperation,
Mm-hmm.
you do things against your normal character.
Well, yeah, and the younger you are, the dumber you are. So, I mean, you
Yeah,
just
most definitely.
don't care about what happens, and you do what you got to do. But yeah, most people that have fucked up like that did what they had to do, and they're still really good people. They're not hardened criminals where they could shoot you in the face and walk away from you. I mean, they're like, hey man, I had to do what I had to do, and
Yeah.
it's the way it is. I got caught. That's it.
Yeah,
So
I
can
know
respect
lots of
them.
people with those kinds of stories. So.
Sure. So do I. Well, that was that was good. That was I'm like, whoa, this guy's strong, man. He's like coming out. He would do great here.
Oh yeah.
He's got to come out here. That would be. He'd probably have the #1 show on this network. I have no doubt. That was just.
I want him to do a show because he dabs. He smokes hash, and he used to do little clips on his Facebook page, just doing dabs with people and sitting there and chit chatting, and it's like, dude, you need to get your own show.
Yes. Oh my God. People would just be looking at their phone. I mean, you think I say some fucked up shit? The things that guy would say, I'd be like,
Oh, yeah.
No way this guy is telling the truth. Is this like, it'd be like Scarlett's medical parody show. Like, there's
Yeah.
no way that's a doctor. Except
Yeah.
this would be true. This would be like.
Right, except that his stories would actually be true stories.
Exactly. You can't make it up. I mean, I bet he probably even shocked me, which is very hard to do, and be like, "Whoa, dude, that's really fucked up." Like, wow. But people need to know, people, because I'm telling you, he's a good guy. I can tell.
Oh yeah.
By my empathic abilities or whatever. He's not a mean, dark soul at all. I think he's a guy that can do anything for you.
Yeah, he is one of those that would totally give you the shirt off off his back if it was what would save your life,
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, no, he is an incredible human being.
Yeah, that was great. Well, I hope he comes on. So it would be very good for the network and for listeners, the stories that he would have to share. It would be, and he does have that roast mentality, comedic voice and delivery and character. I mean, he would do great as a stand-up comedian. I mean, just he had the right material, whatever he was saying. But he definitely got all that down. Great stuff. All right, well, thanks for that. Let's see. It's been 2 hours, 2 hours and 8 minutes.
Well, I have a feeling you're about to get another ring.
Who's
This is going to be Elle that's calling in.
Who's that?
And she is actually going to be starting her own show.
Oh, okay.
Very soon. We're actively working on getting her started. And I don't know if it's Down the Rabbit Hole or the White Rabbit. I don't remember what she decided to name her show, but
okay.
It's a rabbit hole show.
Am I getting paid overtime for this?
Sure.
All right.
Time and a half.
No, I want double
I'll tell
time.
you what, I was just about to, I was stepping that back and I was going to tell you double time.
Yes, double time. All right. Well, down the rabbit hole. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, let's see. All right. Well, she probably trying to figure out. I know some people
is
can't
trying
get
to
through,
get in.
trying to figure out how to do it.
Yeah, she is working on it.
So we got more new talent, new blood coming in.
Yes, we do.
Awesome.
We have, I believe, 4 new shows starting up.
4?
Yeah.
Are we still doing Monday, Wednesday, Friday? Is that what we're doing?
Unless you don't want to.
No, I'm just asking. So
Yeah.
because now I got to get my body clock and habit, more of a habitual person that, 6 o'clock Monday, Wednesday, Friday, I got to get my ass in front of this computer. So,
Yeah.
which there really ain't much more to do. No offense to anybody, but what else are we going to do? To the Matrix. Yeah, that's why I called it the original Red Pill Show, which I see there's more out there because I do a search once in a while, but yeah, I was the only one doing it back in 08, and then somebody tried ripping me off.
You know, apparently here in Grand Junction, there was a small paper called the original Red Pill.
No.
Yep.
I actually internationally trademarked that saying because nobody did. Up there's a phone. Hello. You want me to get that?
You got, I don't have control.
Here we go. Hello.
Hi.
It's Elle.
Hi, Mel. How are you?
Doing good. How about you?
Good. I'm glad I finally made it all through all the hoops.
Yeah, isn't that a pain? It's a pain in the ass, ain't it?
It was I didn't have the ID number memorized, and it makes you enter it like in a second, and I'm like punching it in like an 80-year-old. It was kind of crazy.
So what's your first name again?
L, like the letter.
L. Okay.
Yeah, L. Like E-L-L-E, like L-E, but you just pronounce it L.
L. Okay. Great. And you're going to have a show?
I am. Yes.
Why are you doing something stupid like that? No, I'm just kidding. But no, what was your thought process on doing that? Is this your first time having a show?
It is, yeah. You know, I think this opportunity has been here. I've been doing a lot of live videos and just sharing truths with people and building a pretty big following. I guess not what I expected. And so I felt like it was time to do it and commit to it. And so it's gonna be called Down the Rabbit Hole with Elle.
Oh, Mel's gonna be a listener. It's right up her alley.
Yeah, it's super edgy. I might sound like the National Enquirer to most, but I really need to kind of pick up the hat of being a civilian journalist at this point with all the fake news I've been seeing out there.
Which you have an interesting, family background that kind of points you in that direction, too.
Yeah, I think I was born for it. I mean, if I can go, I can basically get anywhere with my camera. My camera on me, and I don't need a press pass. I've had, I do work now with Sensei Magazine here in Las Vegas. I've done some stories for them, but they don't do hard news. So she actually, one of the publishers there is going to mentor me and teach me the ropes. So I've got a lot of good people in my team to help me put some framework together.
How did you start doing that? I mean, there had to be a catalyst where, you know what, I'm sick of this shit, or I want to do something. I mean, what woke you? I call it waking up. What woke you up to finally do something about something?
Well, I mean, definitely the pressure cooker's on with COVID-19. I'm so annoyed by all this. I'm at the point now where I'm flying the middle finger and just being a rebel. I'm opening my business on the 1st. I got a photo shoot. I got a client coming in on the 1st. And, what was your question?
What woke you up or motivated you to do?
Oh, when did I wake up? Yeah.
Yeah, it had to be sooner than COVID-19. I mean, what
it was. Yeah. So I think that the first time I was, shocked with conspiracy, I'll say. I was probably 24 years old. So this would have been like 2003, 2004. I went to go visit my dad. He's a Vietnam veteran. He was a captain in the Army. And this man has seen some shit. He operated some massive operations in Vietnam. And he was kind of a hippie at the same time. He's got some mental issues from Vietnam, we'll say. So he wasn't really watching the news or anything when 9/11 happened. Or like he didn't see the towers collapse for a year or two. But once he saw it on TV, I think he said he was ordering some tacos or something and it was showing like a replay on TV. That was like his moment of awakening, because he goes, oh my God, he can see that the towers, the Twin Towers, where, you know, the buildings don't fall that way. They don't vaporize. They don't free fall. So my dad, being the man he is, he has a doctorate degree and 2 master's degrees. He's just a brain. He went to work in investigating 9/11 and he wrote a book on it. He interviewed people. He went down that rabbit hole, and he got ostracized for it. He got minimized, belittled. I think he made such a good point about what he was saying. I don't know if people were not believing him or just not wanting to believe him, not wanting to believe that our government would do that to us. So when he went to visit him when I was 24, and he laid all this on me, and he took me down that path, and it was shocking. I could completely tell you I've experienced cognitive dissonance. I felt out of my body. I didn't really know how to come back or land from that, but I knew, like, oh my God, I got to go tell everybody this. And he's walking me to the airport. He says, you know, you got to be careful with who you talk to about this, because, you know, he's just protecting his daughter, right? Like, it can be really dangerous if you're if you're going to be disruptive like that. So I tried to be disruptive, and then I got ostracized, and I lost relationships, and it really sucked. So, you know, I'll say this, you know, I've been a sensitive person, and you know, I don't really like. It's not comfortable to be the disruptor, right? So the next phase of it was medical. I was in my late 20s. I was like allergic to everything. I started catching every cold, flu, and infection, and I couldn't get better. I'd be sick for weeks on end. I was taking a lot of medications. I was taking a lot of pain medications at the time. I was 29 years old. So my 30th birthday, I just woke up out of bed and I fell on the ground. I just had so much like vertigo, and I didn't know what was going on. And I kept seeing doctors, and I just kept getting like worse. And it was my dad again, and telling him on the phone, like, I don't know what's wrong with me. I started getting injections at a clinic for allergies, and started getting worse. So he said, my sweet daughter, I don't want to see you dying in 10 years from now. You need to take your ass to the health food store and read some books. That's what he told me. And I did. I went down to the whatever health food store, and I picked out some books on alkalinity, alkalizing your body. I don't know why I grabbed those books. And I started to educate myself about the immune system and about reversing disease. And I continued down that path for a decade. One of the most eye-opening books I read was called Natural Cures That They Don't Want You to Know About. Like Kevin Trudeau. I'm not saying.
Yeah, they locked him up for that book, but yeah, I know what you're talking about.
He did. I'm surprised they didn't try to murder him. And if you read the book, he knew he was being disruptive, and he's already gotten threats. And you know, he also did a radio show, and he was very he was not afraid of them. He would straight up expose their shit with no hesitation. And I read that book when I was like 31. So at that point, I stopped medication. I stopped getting injections. And I went to a place called Optimum Health Institute in San Diego. which was kind of like a place where you detox, but you do it with like wheatgrass and like raw salad. You basically starve yourself, but it's a fast. They teach you about colon cleansing and all this, and I loved the program. It was great for me, and I saw it was like changing people's lives. They would go in there with cancer and lupus and multiple sclerosis and all kinds of degenerative diseases, and in 3 weeks you'd see people like they'd have skin like a 10-year-old, just glowing, and I'd hear reports back, cancer free. So, and what's the deal? What's the deal that we can't have an open healthcare system where we just pay cash for what it is that we want to use for treatment? And there's so many great treatments out there that are not drug related, and that's just it. Like, if the medical industry can't keep people sick, right? Then they can't
make money.
Yeah, make money. So you got guys creating the sickness so that they can sell you the cure. And it's just, to me, it's crimes against humanity. And I'm done. So the COVID thing to me feels like an absolute medical tyranny takeover. And I'm annoyed as fuck. And I'm out protesting. And I won't wear a fucking stupid mask because I think it's an absolute symbol of slavery. And as far as I'm concerned, give me the fucking COVID. I'll eat it for breakfast. I'll survive and get back to work. I'm done. So I decided to do the radio show.
Did in your research, did you ever run into the science of a multi-wave oscillator or no?
No, not at all.
Look into that. You'll be fascinated.
Okay. Yeah.
So,
there's so many.
Did you find out that you had some like autoimmune diseases and everything, or what'd you find out?
I never got any official diagnosis.
Yeah,
what I had to do my own digging,
right?
And at that time, it was tough. It took me about 5 or 6 years into the journey to realize that every time I ate gluten, so like going out for pasta or having some bread with dinner, or it's everywhere. Gluten's everywhere. It just was like it took an ex-partner of mine who recognized what was going on with the gluten. It wasn't a doctor because they can't test for it. So I just went on a gluten-free diet. It was really horrible at first because you kind of like giving up cake and cookies and everything, right? It took about 2.5 years of a gluten-free diet for me to really feel like I'd kind of healed my gut issues. And then I would say probably in about 2017. So it took me a total of 7 or 8 years to really feel like I completely healed my gut from what, like constant chronic. I don't want to tell you guys. Actually, I don't want to tell you guys my gut stuff. But let me tell you this: it was horrible to live with those gut conditions for so long. With chronic fatigue syndrome. I never got diagnosed for it. But I was chronically fatigued. I'll tell you that much. All through my 20s, I had problems with, it's like a lot of women now have problems with endometriosis. I never got officially diagnosed with it, but I had all the symptoms. So all that disease is mostly comes from inflammation, right? And or the toxins that we're putting into our body, toxins in our liver, or toxins from injections. And if you're a sensitive person, right, and also the food supply it's not normal gluten. I have a food truck here in Vegas. I live in Vegas, a food truck called Churro. It's a churro guy. He's like churro romance, this guy. He orders his flour from Spain specifically for churros. And I can eat his churros and not get sick because they don't mess with the food. When they make it there,
they don't have any crap in it.
Yeah, crap, exactly. It's not like they just have Roundup getting mixed up in the gluten out here. They add things to it as well. So I could go to Europe and enjoy pastries and stuff there, and I'm fine. But can't do it here. So I start to expose this. I start to tell this to people. I get mixed reactions. I get some people that go, "Oh, wow, really great. Thanks for telling me." That's why I'm doing it. I don't need to get to those people. I need to get to the people who are curious enough that I don't want to be the one to convince anybody. I just want to wake them up enough to where they'll do their own research. So if you're at all awake, at somewhat intelligent, and you go and do some other research on this stuff, it's there. It's obvious. And there's millions of other people aligning with it, so it's not just me.
Yeah, you just want to make people think and know there's an option, because you're not being indoctrinated to, you have to do what people are telling you to do because they're professionals or licensed, or, and no disrespect to them, but that's perfectly fine. But, you know, there's Western medicine, there's Eastern medicine, there's in-between medicine. And I think everybody's body chemistry is different. So you just can't give one pill of treatment to everybody on the entire planet, because what's medicine to one person could be poison to another, whether it's allergies or it just doesn't work or whatever. But on that note, did you stumble across the book called Eat Right for Your Blood Type?
Oh yeah, that book's been around for a long time. It actually to me, on a nutrition level, I feel it's really outdated. I don't think it's horrible, but it's good. It's actually, a lot of people follow it, and it's a great diet, but or a great plan. But yeah, that one's, to me, I would say, a little outdated. Personally, I went through such hardcore cleanses and cleaning out my liver and so many freaking cleanses that when I moved to Vegas, I kind of like relaxed a little bit. I was like, wow, I can eat stuff now that I couldn't eat before. I mean, I used to not be able to eat ice cream, and just like, so I kind of went nuts the past couple of years, and now I'm paying for it, and I have to, and I'm having to backpedal. But luckily, I've learned so much that I have a ton of things that I've learned that are really efficient, like highly efficient, so I can get my body in balance quicker. And I think I got all that playtime out of my system. So
the Eat Right for Your Blood Type, when I read that, because my wife was getting into this, and she got the Natural Cures book, and then Eat Right for Your Blood Type, and it just started going down the rabbit hole with that stuff, and how our food's tainted or poisoned or shit's put in it to make us think that we're eating healthy, but when actually they're slowly poisoning us with it.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
It's really difficult, especially in Vegas, for me to get access to good, clean food. A lot of the produce I buy here, by the time it's in the store and how long it had to be trucked in, depending on if it's summer. But for the most part, I can't tell you how much produce I bought. I come home, I cut it open, and it's like mealy, you know? Like, I'm like, how long has this been sitting around? And why are they still selling it? I'm from Oregon, you know, I'm from Portland, so I'm used to like the best produce. So I'm learning now with this COVID thing, I can't depend on that system. So I'm sprouting, starting to garden. I mean, I'm using hay bales to create planters and doing it as cheap as possible. We got chickens now in our yard, and have some fresh eggs here, which actually a month ago I had people coming to my house and buying eggs because they didn't even have them in the store.
Yeah, I saw that too.
And that's another thing I can bring to people too, say, hey, like, it's probably a good idea that we don't depend so much on that system, and how can we like work together and learn together how to like homestead in the city. You know,
it can be done.
It can, and it would be great because it would give us all access to like fresh food. It hasn't been sprayed, it hasn't been fucked with, you know.
Jeez.
People don't know
Go ahead.
when they buy eggs too in the store how old those eggs are. Eggs last a long time. I have chickens, man. Eggs last a long time. So by the time you get them in the store, they're like 6 months old.
That's kind of creepy to think about.
Yeah, yuck. I got some in the fridge, actually.
Right.
Maybe not anymore.
Oh.
Are you a vegetarian?
No, that's something you said too about bodies being different. I did go down the vegan path for a while, And I'll tell you one thing, it was great for like maintaining a healthier weight for me. But I was also working out like crazy. And so one day I didn't have the normal energy or attention span that I used to. My hair started falling out.
Oh, damn.
Jeez.
I didn't have the attention span to read an entire email. I would save up the energy to go do my workouts and then basically be home, like sleeping.
So in other words, you were destroying your body.
I was experiencing a protein deficiency probably pretty early on. I wasn't even like a year into it. But now looking back on it, the reason is because if you're vegan or vegetarian, you're going to have probably a massive amount of carbs or, things, breads, and I was still consuming that at that time. So for anybody who's sensitive to gluten, you end up getting scar tissue in your stomach from it, and it blocks what's called intrinsic factor, which is what carries your vitamin B12. So, and a lot also has to do with your amino acids and proteins that you're getting from meat. So basically, you'd be a vegan, and I could be eating all this healthy food and wasn't absorbing any of it. So yeah, that took not only a gluten-free diet, but on top of it, regimens to heal my gut, to get my gut working normal. Anybody who goes through gut pains too, and my hat is off to get to where I got was a lot of work. But now I can look back on it and I can help people where they don't have to go through that much pain. They don't have to go through 8 years of trial and error. I have some great, just simple things that are efficient, that work. That's what I like. I like simple and efficient.
What's your workout routine? Are you into yoga or weights or aerobic? Cardio? What are you into?
I like hiking and walking, going for bike rides. I used to be a big martial artist.
Ooh.
And I'm actually met a gal at a rally. She was such a badass. I walk up this gal, she's holding an American flag, and she's got her pistol on her side. And her and I were like instant friends, like-minded. And she was telling me that she trains with somebody else. And I was like, what? You know how to do mitts? You know how to box? I don't know anybody who knows that. And it's fun to work with people if they know how to spar and shadow box.
Mm-hmm.
So tomorrow morning I'll be meeting up with her and starting that. And then I do also a Korean yoga called, they're from the Brain and Body Centers, Dawn Yoga. It's a great program. They're a little culty, but I don't get involved in all that. I like to just do their program because their program, again, is really efficient for healing, moving energy, brain power, stuff for the gut because they focus a lot on moving we do abdomen, a lot of abdomen exercises, so a lot of gut stuff. And it's usually it's more than an hour, but I don't think it's more than 90 minutes. So I'm doing that. When I'm doing that regularly, I am like a ninja. And if anybody can go and do that yoga, it's not like some of the yogas where these super athletes get in pretzel shapes and hold it forever. I'm always the chubby one in the back sweating and falling down. So I wanted to be, I wanted to do something that I was going to see improvement with, but that wasn't going to be too challenging. And Dawn Yoga is amazing. See people go in there who are in all sorts of conditions, all sorts of shapes and sizes. Mostly it attracts the older, over 50 or over 60 crowd. And these people are they're turning their diseases around. They're healing themselves just doing this program. It's just a very powerful program.
Okay, does she have classes online?
They are doing classes online. Yeah.
Send me that link.
I will. They actually, they've been sending me stuff every week, doing a free one for friends and family. So, yeah, anybody can do it. It's and it's super efficient. I love it.
Because if you can actually get through it, I might stand a chance.
Oh yeah,
because I'm like you. I can't yoga. I fall on my face. I do not have the balance for it.
Yeah, the not weird, but the just some of the balancing poses. They have balancing in Dawn Yoga, but it's kind of brain balancing a lot of times. Like you have to do these crazy exercises with your fingers to balance the left and right brain. So they do brain exercise. So everything in that whole series, everything in your body gets attention and love. Everything
cool.
gets, yeah. They do a little Tai Chi. They do some energy stuff. They kind of have a great little mixture.
All right. Well, it sounds like you've been down quite a few rabbit holes, and you got a lot.
Well, those are just the ones that got me initially woke. Now that's those holes have expanded to like, I don't know, 20 or 30 more holes. So we got a lot of rabbit holes to go down. Time for a radio show.
But isn't it interesting how it makes you progress and grow to look into other things as well?
Yeah, it does, right? Now the puzzles start to fit together when they never did before. I could never figure out why they put poison in the food. I mean, for money, but I never got any deeper than that. I never got political, ever got political until like 2 months ago. If you would have talked to me a year ago or told me that I was going to be a Trump supporter, I would have fucking melted laughing. I was like the most liberal person ever.
Even just a few months ago.
Really?
No, I have seen stuff that I can't unsee. And as somebody who's in journalism now, it was something like when I heard about the stimulus checks, I was like, wait a minute, again, I follow the money. Why is the Trump administration so interested in getting American people money right now? That does not sound like something a dictator fucking asshole would do. It sounds like something that somebody who cares about you is going to do. So I made it a point to start watching the press conferences that he has every day almost.
Right.
And that was it. That's all it took. That's all it took. I'm watching this going, oh my God, these people are bullies. They're horrible, narcissistic bullies, and they're asking him these stupid gotcha questions, and they're so manipulative, and they twist what he says around, and they don't report on any of the cool stuff he's doing. And I say cool, I mean, I was astonished. I never once heard Trump push a vaccine. In fact, he started promoting alternative treatments. I was so shocked. And
right.
Since he's out, well, fuck you, news. If you're not going to share the good things with people, I am. And, I have been, and I'm getting censored, so obviously I must be doing the right thing.
Exactly.
All the more reason to be on our network.
Yeah, right. I mean,
the censored have a home with us.
Yeah.
You won't get censored here. You just won't get the password, or your co-host will sleep in.
Oh, bite me.
Stuff like that. If you can handle that, you'll be fine.
Well, I love working with Mel. So, yeah, that's I keep in my mind my curiosity, or my question is, I can't really communicate to somebody in the first minute that I meet them with all those rabbit holes that I've been down. Yeah. So, but I have an influence, and I wanted to know where my influence is coming from, and it's really just because I have always been somebody who is just real and authentic and not afraid to be an emotional, messy human. Not because I don't want to hold that in. And so I would follow my gut with things. I would follow my instincts with stuff. Like, okay, something's off about that. Something's not right. I ask questions. I get curious. But other people just don't, and I don't understand. I should, because maybe it's because they're poisoned and brainwashed and programmed. But
well, yeah, it's all of that, and we're told to trust our government. What was your first reaction when you started, at the very beginning, started hearing about the coronavirus? What was your first thought?
I false flag.
Okay.
I'm so much at this point on the, even before COVID, I was so much on the side of they're all evil and they're all
Yeah,
out
it's-
fuck.
that's normal.
Right, even Trump, like all of them are evil.
Yeah.
So my friend was in town, so we had just done a Bufo frog medicine journey, and it was the most beautiful experience of my life. I felt like I was reborn, and we were out and about to go grab some snacks at the store, and we go to a store because I'm in Vegas, right? And the place is like getting ransacked, and everybody's wearing masks. And I was like, what the fuck's up with the mask? I thought it was ridiculous then. And then we find out COVID, and then all of a sudden I have to close my business. But yeah, that was, to me, when I first saw it, I was like, no, because I understand the immune system. Anybody who has your best interest in mind will teach you about your immune system and how you can just reverse disease on your own, and especially COVID. I mean, yeah, I was really irritated by it then, and I'm irritated by it now. It's not right. I don't need a medical industry. Let me back up here. One of the other things that Trump had did the first week that I started following him was he passed a bill called Right to Try. He must have had to pull teeth to pass this thing, and it's a step in the right direction, right? It's not perfect, but it gives somebody who's terminally ill the right to try, because they didn't have that before. The doctors are like, yeah, you're going to take this treatment or you're going to fucking die. They would do anything tooth and nail to keep people from going to Sweden and getting stem cell treatments or vitamin C injections for their cancer, or just other places that have alternate treatments that aren't like the hardcore stuff we have here. And now they can. Now they have a right to try, so they can't be like shamed or whatever. So anyway, that's a step in the right direction, but we should all have that. It should be okay for if you want to go and seek other treatment for your health. And that can look different for everybody. Being a woman who's embodied embodied, yes. Women embodied do have healing gifts. We can channel energy. We bring souls onto the planet, and we're really in tune with that, right? There's a lot of us who have gifts of healing that come in many different forms. And this is something that that's been ancient. It's been bred out of us and made into quote unquote witchcraft or demonic programming. It's just women getting together in circles sharing herbs. You used to get burned at the stake for that. But we have that ability. All of us have that ability to tap into something magical when it comes to energy. And it's just time. It's time. We need to learn this stuff, It's a long time coming. The people are ready. They're all fucking depressed. This is not a healthy world for humans. We need to connect. We need to have tribe and community and love. Lots of love. A lot more love. For sure.
Exactly. Do you want to say something, Mo?
Oh, I'm just listening. I love Elle. I get to talk to her on a regular basis, so.
Yeah, but she's a Republican. Shh.
Yeah, but up until like a couple of weeks ago, she wasn't.
So she could still get pulled back to the dark side.
No, it's how I look at it. We all have our reasons for.
I know.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
I don't give a shit who she votes for. I know that most of her views actually align a lot with mine.
It's just amazing. People, I don't know what clicks in their head where they have an epiphany and then like, oh, now I get it. It's like, yeah. I mean, I think it's the programming. It's like you're not listening to what's being said. You're hearing what you think you're hearing. And if
you're hearing what they want you to hear.
Well, that and also what you're programmed to hear. I mean,
right.
You could say
that's part of that.
I could say the same thing to 10 different people, and I promise you, 10 people heard 10 different things.
Of course, it's a telephone game.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, the truth behind that nobody realizes is that we're all the center of our own universe.
Yes.
Nobody's above us, nobody's below us, and nobody's fucking equal. We're all different. And that's the beautiful design of it, right? And so there is a truth for what diet I should be on and what things are going to heal me, and it's going to be different for every person. But in some way, we have to ignite the law of one and realize that, you know, that you and I, it may look like we're separate.
We're still all the same energy.
It really is. It comes out as so. That is, I guess that's the other beautiful thing I can bring to this is I really see a gorgeous outcome to all of this. I believe it in my heart. I know it. I know we're birthing something big, and it's a civilization about to crumble. Right? Think of all of our systems and the foundations they're built on. That creation doesn't last. It's you can't own the water, people. That's our right to life. That's our right. We should not, you know, if they could package air and sell it to us, they fucking would.
Yeah, you're right. Exactly. It's don't have rain barrels. I think in Oregon, didn't they pass laws where it was illegal to contain it?
Well, we just got our right here too.
Really?
Mindless fucking power grabs. Especially, I've been posting a lot from Sovereign Man. I love following Simon Black. He, of course, he doesn't add any of the spiritual stuff that I'm constantly throwing in there. He strictly talks about finances in a sovereign way, right? And he does a lot of hard news. I like his articles. So he'll talk about WHO. If you see the video from WHO, World Health Organization, when they were talking about how they have to go in now. They're like, well, we're finding that the virus is really in the homes of people. So we need to go in to the homes and remove those people in a dignified manner. Okay, this is crazy. Could anybody possibly listen to this and be okay with it? So when Trump defunded WHO, I fucking popped champagne. I was so happy. Did people think I'm nuts for that? Fuck those guys. If they're interested in helping us be healthy, they're going to teach us preventative. They're going to teach us how to keep our immune system strong so we don't get sick in the first place.
No, they're allegedly on the side of the Chinese government, not our side. So I mean.
Oh, completely.
Yeah.
Completely. Trump made that clear too. Well, why are we paying $500 million or $1 billion a year, and China's paying, $40 million? Because they're a developing nation. China, a developing nation, they're thousands of years old. And we're like, what, 200, 300 years old? How old are we? Do I even know? Not as old as China.
250 something years old. Yeah. I know it's crazy. I hope he gets us out of the UN. Then I hope he gets rid of the Federal Reserve, but he's got to get reelected for that. So to be very interesting.
I did hear that did happen, but I didn't follow up on sources. I heard that he did, and I see that happening anyway because you can't just print trillions and trillions of dollars. And Trump knows that. I mean, he knows that. You can't just print trillions and trillions of dollars. So if you ask me, it's kind of like the Twin Towers on 9/11. It's just about to implode because it doesn't have any value anymore. So that you can, at that point, scratch it and have a reset, right? Especially if you're going to arrest banksters for all the fraudulent shit they do.
No,
I don't know how these people think. Like, I don't think that way, and it's so weird. It's so weird to me.
You don't think that way because you're not a criminal and you're not a greedy asshole
and a sociopath.
But, I'm not. So
yeah,
but when I hear about what they do too, I'm kind of impressed that it's so that's so smart. But wow, I mean, no, we're not here to be slaves. We're not.
No.
This debt slavery thing is really getting old. Everybody's working their asses off. We can't even have babies and stay at home with them anymore. What the fuck is that? We're not even supporting life.
No, you can't. I think everybody, if they'd have an open mind and listen to Trump and watch Trump, he's like a grandmaster chess player, and he's but people don't see that and then when he lets people beat up on him and make him look like an asshole or insults him or just says stupid shit, all he's doing is letting them make their moves to make them go into checkmate. Then he's gonna come out and he's gonna fuck you. And you watch. You watch what's gonna happen.
I watch him do it, and it's so cool because what the Trump that I thought that I hated, like that's not him. He's for Americans. He's really doing some things that presidents have never ever done before.
No, and he's a
We
businessman.
haven't seen it. We haven't seen all the layers and levels to the level of the chess game he is playing. And
Exactly. I mean, I think the only one that would be his match would be Putin. And I don't want to get into the Russian I don't want to get into that. I'm just saying him and Putin. I mean, let's be honest with little politics here. And you crossing over from the dark side. It's like, do you think Putin would rather have Hillary as president and his enemy to deal with? Or would he rather have Trump in there as his enemy to deal with?
I can't weigh in on that.
Oh, come on. I mean, Hillary's as dumb as a box of fucking rocks. Are you serious? I mean, she doesn't have any business sense or strategic military or foreign policy ideologies. There's no way. I would rather deal with Hillary than Trump if I was Putin.
Well, I don't know, man. I don't think I don't even think Hillary's human. I think she's like I don't think she's human. I think she's like she's got some mixed alien DNA.
She's a demon. Yeah, there's something wrong with that woman. I don't know what it is, but and I've talked to people.
The other day there's that video where she's like, "Well, if you've ever been sexually assaulted, you have a voice. You must speak up." And then she's hanging out with Joe Biden, hair snipper guy.
Yeah, there you go.
With all of his, well, I guess he's got some allegations against him too for sexual assault, and she's going to stand next to him and endorse him for president after. It's just so many fucking double standards.
Well, they're all in the same club, and Trump's not in the club, and they want him out because he's shining a light on their whole shenanigans, and it's pissing them off.
Have you seen Out of Shadows yet?
No, didn't somebody just bring that up? Oh, no, that was yeah, no, I have not.
You have not? Okay, so you got to watch it. It's so cool because I watched it the first day it came out. I don't know how I got it. Somebody sent it to me. People send me stuff all the time. And I'm actually I'm so curious, and I like to feed my brain. It's fun. So I sent me Out of Shadows, and in like 7 days, it got 10 million views, and they're trying to censor the shit out of it, but it keeps popping up, like, you know.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard for them, I think, for censorship now because so many more people are sharing. So Out of Shadows is a movie. It was produced by a stuntman. I think he's been working in Hollywood more than 20 years doing stunts, and he's exposing their Luciferian culture, and it's sick.
What's it called?
Out of Shadows.
Is it on
Netflix
or something? Or
it's YouTube. Just look it up on YouTube.
Oh, okay.
It's not on Netflix, but it's a full length documentary, and it's full of sources. And once you kind of wake up to that, I never looked at Netflix again. I was consuming. I like watching disturbing things because when I was watching it, one, it's not real, right? I'm watching something that's made up. And two, I like to push my edge around fear, right? Like if it's something scary, disturbing, I want to see how far I can push myself.
Right.
I was like, I must have exposed myself to everything that they created that would have programmed people to be desensitized around child abuse and rape and obvious violence, blood, cannibalism. God, vampires and vampires drinking blood, right? So the stuff just sounds so National Enquirer, like, what the fuck, Elle? You're telling me Hollywood is a bunch of, yeah, well, watch Out of Shadows. It's so confirmed that we have 500,000 children that go missing from the United States every year.
We have what?
500,000 children that get kidnapped or get taken.
Oh my
into-
God. Don't, you know what? I that pushes me to my edge. I cannot handle that. I might make it a life mission to go after those bastards. And I'm not kidding you. I cannot
can't
even tolerate that at all. Zero.
To me, there's no greater problem in the world. And it's the deepest rabbit hole I've gone down. I have exposed myself to, I have literal PTSD that I deal with from what I made myself see. And why I did it was because I wasn't aware of human trafficking. I wasn't aware of child trafficking at all. So I moved to Vegas. It's very big in Vegas. They have a lot of agencies here, nonprofit agencies, that help rescue people from trafficking and help, restore them or help them.
Yep.
They also, that was something Trump started to do, was sponsor raising awareness around trafficking. So what is this trafficking thing, And when I found out how many children go missing, again, I'm like, how? Where? What are they doing with these kids? What the fuck? Like, that sounds way worse than drugs to me any day.
Yep.
So it is the deepest rabbit hole, but it's the hardest one to talk about because the empathy, nobody wants to look at that, but it's what we have to look at that. We have to stop it now. We don't give our consent to hurt children, period. No abuse, no rape. Fuck you. No, leave our planet now.
Yep.
And that passion is why I'm here now and starting this show. So I've got to be like you do, the red pill. I got to kind of drop it in slowly. Hey, watch Out of Shadows.
Right.
It's an hour and 15 minutes, and you'll have enough that you can go and do more research if you want. There's enough there.
Yeah,
There's enough there.
It sounds like you've learned your lesson where you just can't come full bore with these people because they're going to think you're nuts and then they're afraid of you and they just think you're crazy. So you got to nudge them a little bit to drink the water and think a little different, and then let them plant enough seeds to let them think about it and then let them do their homework on it.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Like, everybody has a different way of processing.
Yes.
Like, you get information and you're going to process it, and you might have an emotional reaction, and now you have to process that. And I say that processing for people, it's like laundry. Some people do their laundry in one day, and some people it takes them 3 days. And if you're like me, it's 7 to 10 days.
That's me.
And yeah, and then sometimes it'll just kind of sit in a pile on the floor after it's clean because I haven't put it up. So it takes me a while to process stuff. But the more I allowed myself that time to adequately process something, the more I can stand in my knowing. Like, when your gut's going off about something and you don't pay attention to it, your gut's just gonna, you're not gonna feel any peace, is what I'm saying, right? But gut's going off, you get curious, and all of a sudden you get some information and start connecting pieces of puzzles together. Suddenly you're like, your gut stops, right? There's some peace there. Like, this is it. This is why your gut was going off. I want to teach that to people so bad. Come on, feel your feels. You've been told for so long not to feel feels and not to feel emotions, but the truth is there, right? That's so you can't dispute how you're feeling. It's not a fact versus a fact. It's just. You guys got me to go down a rabbit hole. I've been talking for
Yay.
Good. I love it. Yes, keep it up. Well, I'll say this. You're stronger than I am because when it comes to kids, and I raise my own kids, and I busted my ass so my wife could raise our kids because I didn't want any weird uncle or pervert watching my kids. Because I would have killed them. If they would have done anything to my kids, I would have killed them. I know me. And then I carry that into other kids. Because kids are innocent and adorable, and I don't know how you could do anything like that to somebody. So I don't go down that rabbit hole, but what I do is I give money to Janie's fund through Steven Tyler. So I do something about it.
Yeah, that's all. You know, if you're aware and you can help raise awareness, even if you just keep it as. I have a hard time. I still have a hard time, like, talking about it.
Yeah.
It's a hard
Because
topic.
Oh my God.
It's a very hard topic, and yeah, I mean, even talking about it, just it's pushing me to my edge every time. But I've got a mother bear in me, and that mother bear is not gonna shut up. I'm gonna fucking roar until those babies are safe. Period.
Yeah, good for you.
I've been begging God to have a baby, begging for a baby, and people out there just hurting these kids everywhere. No, not on my watch. It's
Right.
over. Game over.
Yeah.
I love you, Al.
Yeah, no. Very strong person, good human. Welcome to the network. It's 3 hours, and I'm hearing bullshit in the chat room for being on the beach. Sitting on the beach, enjoying myself, and I need another margarita. But
Yeah, I gotta get to dinner too. We had a DoorDash, so I gotta.
okay, well,
Hey, Al.
promote your show, and if Mel has anything to say, that great, and then we'll let you go.
All right, great. Thank you guys so much. You have a
promote
great
your
night.
show. Promote your show. What's your
Yeah.
show? You know when it's going to be on, and
Did you decide on a time?
Oh, yeah, I chose. I mean, I don't know when we're going to set it up. Hopefully in the next. I'd like to start it in May, or as soon as possible. But I was going to do it in
Hopefully
the morning.
hopefully within the next week or two.
Yeah, I think we should do it at 9 a.m. Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. And then once it starts to grow, then I'll kind of do it 9 a.m. Monday through Friday.
10 a.m. our time. That's 9 a.m. Pacific.
Cool.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
9 a.m. Wednesday, Thursday, and Fridays will be down the rabbit hole with Elle.
Down the rabbit hole. Oh, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, 9 a.m.
like it.
Have some coffee with me. Grab some tissues. Put on your courageous outfit.
Make sure you have a loaded bowl.
Yeah, absolutely. Smoke a big bowl before the show, because I will. Hey, the last caller was so cool. He was telling me how much he smoked, and I was like, "Oh, cool! I'm not the only one that smokes that much."
Tonight was Tim's first time trying an edible.
No way!
Yeah.
Yeah, way.
He took it at the beginning of the show.
Yeah. So, still right here. It's empty. There's one big cheesecake ball in there, and I ate it.
The problem with that is, like, they taste so good. I eat too much, and then I'm in a coma for 2 days.
I had a really good friend of mine had made this apple strudel, and she ate some of it, got all high, got couch locked, then got the munchies, decided that apple strudel looked really good. She lost 3 days.
What? 30
She lost 3 days. She ended up eating the whole damn strudel.
3 days, yeah. I think my record is 2 days. And that was back in the year 2000. I went backpacking around Europe, and my boyfriend at the time grew hydroponics. And he
Nice.
decided brownies, and he did not do it strategically, I don't think, because I ate a whole, and the brownie wasn't that big. It was just a little brownie. The whole thing knocked me out for 2 days. I ended up bringing it to Amsterdam, and I gave them to people who were, they smoked pot all the time, and even they couldn't handle it. They ate like half a brownie and slept for 17 hours.
Oh, nice.
Oh, yeah. Anyway, guys, thanks for having me. Thanks for letting me get that out. It felt good.
Yeah, thank you. I think it's going to be a great show. So I'll look forward to it.
Awesome. You guys have a good night.
All right, you too. Good night, all. Thanks.
Talk to you tomorrow, Al.
Okay, hey, let's go ahead and post the show on my site too.
Okay.
All right, dear. Love you guys.
Love you.
Night. Wow. I'm excited. Where'd Mel go?
I'm right here.
Oh, okay. Look, a lot of shit disappeared when she found. When she like what? Wow. I'll tell you what. I'm excited. There's a lot of good. You're right. There's a lot of good stuff happening. That I'm seeing. Man, if we get Tony on here and then Al on here and whoa, that would be it'd be a great.
I have cool friends.
Yeah, you do. All right. Well, that was fun. Let's see. That's 3 hours. Jeez.
Yep.
And your dog has to go outside or some shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's an outside bark, right?
Actually, so my son got a kitten, and we're working on the whole introducing.
Oh.
And Buddy Dog is, oh my God, hilarious. He stalks the kitten because he suffers from obsessive cat disorder. He is completely obsessed with cats. Not in a mean way. He just watches them.
It's like, what the fuck is that? Because it's not a dog.
Right. Oh, that was bad. My son just said, like, Joe Biden watches little girls.
Jeez. Oh my God.
You're not at Joe Biden house.
That's not appropriate.
But I'm a Democrat, but you know.
Wow.
Yeah, we do not support Biden in this house.
Yeah. Well, I don't know how you could. He's lost his goddamn mind. I mean,
yeah.
Really?
But yeah, that would be Buddy Dog sitting on the other side of a board so that he can't get in.
Mm-hmm.
Because right now we're trying to work with Buddy Cat, who absolutely hates other cats. And he's actually doing really well with the baby.
Like he was actually playing.
Awesome.
Yeah. But yes, Buddy Dog is making some god-awful noises outside there.
This is literally what the cat was doing to her.
All right. Well, I'm going to end the show if that's okay with everybody.
How are you feeling?
I'm coming down, actually. I feel good, though.
Yeah.
I'm coming down. But it was fun. It was... I liked it. It was, like you said, it wasn't too bad. It wasn't a lot.
No.
And the anxiety was, I don't know how I'm going to feel. So I got to get past that. But once, I mean, it was no big deal.
Yeah, like I said.
Yep, like you said, you were right. So time to kick up the dosage, or I don't know, whatever.
Yeah, it's you ease into it until you find what your dosage is.
Yeah, like how many beers it takes you to get
Right.
a buzz, that type of thing, right?
Right, same thing.
So from 10, should I go to 20 or
I would say go by increments of 5.
5? So 15, 20.
Yeah.
See this all this education we're giving people. How to do drugs.
Well, and I mean, quite honestly, a lot of people, this is, if they're going to try it, this is probably the time they're going to try it.
Right.
Because they don't have to go anywhere. They don't have to
Right.
worry about how fucked up they get, you know?
Right.
And so what better time to experiment with it? And I'd much rather people do it safely.
Right. Oh, excuse me. You guys are killing me, man. It's like another 3-hour show. Wow. It's hard for me to sit in one spot for 3 hours.
Oh, you and me both.
Yeah, it's like,
Wait till I get my cam. You're going to laugh at how much I move around.
I bet. Be like you're dancing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. Well, I'd like to thank everybody in the chat room. Say goodbye, good night to each other. And yeah, I thank Tony for coming on and Al for coming on. That was I enjoyed them. That was great.
I love them both. They are two people that are very close in my life, actually.
Enjoyed them thoroughly, and please share the show so we get some more listeners and we all can get rich, and then they'll bail on you and tell you to go fuck yourself, and we're gonna go sit on the beach for real. Did I steal Scarlett's background? That's what they're telling me.
Yeah, she uses that one sometimes.
I used it first, though. I don't know. Maybe she did. I didn't know. She just usually has that dumb poster behind her that's got a moon on it or something. Isn't it?
She's gonna so get you for calling it out.
I'm not on the moon. It's clarity after midnight. I know. You need to change your fucking time. God, I'm in bed by midnight. I can't. I'd love to watch her, but I can't. I can't stay up that late. Especially when we were doing mornings.
Right? Yeah, I think I'm going to enjoy the evenings much better.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's good for me. So this is going on 9:15, 9:30, and I'll be night-night by 10. And by what people are saying in the chat, I'm going to sleep pretty good.
Oh, yeah. You'll have a nice good night's sleep tonight.
Just let that dog eat that fucking cat. What's wrong with that?
He doesn't even want to eat her. We're just trying to give the two cats some time to get to know each other.
Okay.
Without buddy dog interference.
Got it. Okay. Well, have fun with that. I know how that is. I got all my dogs and cats thought that the dogs thought they were cats and the cats thought they were dogs. And they like switch identity. It's weird.
Oh yeah, ours definitely don't know what the hell they are.
Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of because like, what the fuck is that? Like, oh, I'm supposed to jump on the counter, or supposed to, whatever dogs do, and then cats pick that stuff up. But cats are pretty hard to change. They're stuck in their ways.
Yeah.
Dogs are just like, what the fuck is that?
Yep.
That's all they say. Cat's like, leave me alone. You're a dog. I'm a cat. Well, it's kind of funny how you can read them. All right. Well, say goodnight, Gracie, and we'll be back when now? What is this, Wednesday? Friday? We'll do that Friday night.
Yeah, Friday night. 6
Kinda
o'clock.
like
6
this.
o'clock Mountain Standard.
And maybe
Or
we'll
Mountain
have
Daylight. I don't know what we're in. It's going to be 6 o'clock our time.
6 o'clock number. And maybe we'll have some more surprise callers, at least for me. I liked it. It was good. I like being surprised. And then we'll try to get Marguerite on here. I keep saying things on Facebook, so maybe she's getting some extra time. I don't know.
Yeah.
Whoa. That's They Ate the Cat.
No, that is Bella yelling at Buddy Dog.
Oh, okay.
And she just jumped up and my Chiweenie just jumped up and bit my pit bull's ear.
Not smart. Not smart.
He didn't even react.
Really?
No.
God, that's funny.
Just kept walking.
You have Dr. Doolittle over there. Noah's Ark. That's what it is.
If I had land, yes, it would be.
Oh, I know. Me too. People keep asking me if I have a dog, and they're shocked that I don't, because I've had dogs all my life, but I can't have pets here in the apartment. So, although somebody across the way does, but I don't want to be an asshole. It's like, well, come me got one. Oh, they have to support dog. Like, well, what the fuck is a dog? It is a support dog. I need support.
Well, like I have letters from my therapist. One for when he was officially labeled as my emotional support.
Yeah.
And now I have my letter for him to be my actual service dog.
Yeah, there you go. I need that too. I don't know. Things are going to happen here in the next 3 to 5 years tops. So I have to make some plans and see how things go and base it from that. But whether I stay here or the Phoenix or move this, I don't know. Things are uncharted.
Now, how funny would that be if we both ended up moving to Phoenix?
I almost did. The plan was the girl I was living with, my girlfriend, that wasn't my girlfriend, that was my roommate. Her dad lives down there, and one of the guys she was dating, she was going to move down and marry him until I ruined all of that.
Oops.
And then her and I were either going to move to Phoenix or here. But then she got a present from this guy, and she wouldn't tell him about us. So I'm like, well, it looks like I might be on my own here. And then she flat out told me, well, I'm not going to Denver with you. And I'm like, okay, whatever. So I came out here anyway, and it was between Denver and Phoenix. That was it. Those were my two choices. So it's kind of weird.
Yeah.
I know a lot. I know 4 people in this state, and I probably know 50 people without even living there in Phoenix.
I know lots of folks out there. I mean, obviously, the people that I knew whenever I lived there, most are like long gone, but I do know a lot of people online that are down in the Phoenix area.
Mm-hmm.
And at this point, my grandma's out there and my uncle's out there. But my uncle doesn't talk to my grandma, so there's that.
I'm gonna get in trouble. Yeah. Scarlett can't sit on the beach. Black people can't be in the sun. They can't. Oh my god.
Oh, I hope she hears that. That was awesome.
Only
That was awesome.
No, actually, people don't know that black people do get sunburned.
Yes, they do.
Yeah, and they don't know that. They're like, "Oh, you just get darker because you're black." It's like,
No, they get sunburned.
No, they get sunburned, dumbasses. It's just a darker pigment of your skin. You still get burned. A lot of people don't know that, and they just get darker. They might burn once or twice, but then after that, that's how I am with the Indian blood. I'll burn once, maybe twice, and then I just turn dark.
Yeah, I usually, I mean, granted, I haven't been out in the sun a whole lot in the last 10 years, but I used to do that. I get that first burn up on my shoulders, and then from that point on, I would just get super dark.
Yep, that's how I am. And yeah, does this shit make you sleepy? Because it's really making me.
Well, yeah.
Man. Holy fuck.
Yeah.
How come I'm craving Doritos? And I'm looking for a pillow. I just want to veg out now.
Yeah, that's what they're supposed to do.
Well, it's working. Yeah, I'm yawning too much. So, all right, I'm gonna end the show. Thanks again to everybody. Please share the show so we can get more listeners and yada yada yada. Look at that. We got 9 likes and 0 dislikes.
Hey.
That's a first.
Usually we at least get 1 or 2 dislikes.
Well, I just liked it. Now it's up to 10. 11. Somebody else. Yeah, hit the like button for some stupid reason.
Yeah, hit our like button.
So YouTube can get rid of us for whatever stupid ass reason they come up with next. You got too many likes and 0 dislikes. We'll ban you for a day. Whatever. Yeah, I will. I'm going to sleep really good. I can tell. I'm really, you know how you get really, really, really tired and then you just like pass out?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where I'm at. This is gonna
that's the point that I have to get myself to at night in order to go to bed.
Oh my god. Every night?
Mm-hmm.
Jesus.
I smoke like a full bowl to myself right before I go to bed.
Or you get or you get insomnia or something, you just can't because your mind's going
I'll lay there and I'll twitch and I'll toss and turn and brain won't shut up and
yeah, it's definitely chilling me out, man. That's crazy.
Yep, there's a reason why people use it for things like that.
Yeah, alcohol's a different. This is more of a serene, calming, like I'm really super tired and I just need to go to bed. Alcohol is kind of like a makes you pass out type of thing. You know, you have a choice. This is just very calming and soothing and more natural than getting buzzed and then looking for a bed. Yeah,
and you should feel a whole lot better in the morning too.
Well, far out, man. I'm gonna have to get some more of this stuff. So yeah, I mean, I wouldn't make a habit out of it every night. I understand why you got to do it. I'm not.
Yeah.
It's a habit. It's a medical, it's a medical thing for you.
Yeah, it calms the muscle spasms and stuff for me.
Yeah, I mean, I could see popping one of these fuckers an hour before going to bed, and man, it's night.
Yeah. Yeah, if you know you need to get a good night's sleep some night.
Yeah.
Boom, there you go.
You know what? And then I'll go. I need that for, I don't think my ass will ever be on an airplane again, but if it is, that's what I need for the night before, because for some reason, I can never fall asleep without anxiety or thinking about things when I got to catch the plane in the morning.
Oh, of course.
It drives me fucking nuts.
I'm like that anytime I have like any kind of appointment.
Yeah, I know. Just a plane with me. It's just
yeah.
Because I missed one plane in my life by accident, and I said it'll never happen again. So I think it's a mind fuck in my own head by myself. But that's how determined I was. It's like I'm never missing a flight again. So I don't get any sleep because and then I get to it, and then try sleeping on a plane. That's next to
Oh, it does not work.
God, it's horrible.
Not a good idea.
You're gonna fall asleep sitting up, and you barely got enough room to sit there to begin with. I hate flying. It doesn't bother me as far as the fears and all that. It's just the comfortability is just ridiculous.
Same.
Horrible. 777's nice though. 777's my favorite plane. That was pretty comfortable, but 18 hours on a plane to South Korea in a 747, that was torture.
Ew.
Torture. It was horrible.
Ew.
Oh God. It was like, and every time you fall asleep, you just wake up again because your head's bobbing or moving to the side, and it's like the only way I'll do that again is if I go to like Australia or New Zealand. Other than that, I ain't doing that again. That was just god awful. Horrible trip. But anyway, but yeah, I like this stuff. It's really, I really feel calm, man. It's crazy. I really, I want to go night. Really bad.
It's that time.
It's that time. All right, we'll say goodnight, Gracie, and we'll be back. I don't know. See what I'll pull out on Friday night. It will be Friday night, so there'll be no work the next day. It could be some fun.
Well, good night, Gracie. Y'all have a great rest of the night.
All right, guys. We will be back Friday night at 6. I hope you like the evening show. A little bit different vibe. I guess my voice is deeper. I don't know why, but I'll take it. Doesn't matter to me. And we will see you Friday night at 6 p.m. Denver time. You have been listening to the original Red Pill Show. Night.